of course. Gosh dang it, I always do this. I always forget to turn on my mic. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, or today's stream, we are back with some more Master Duel. And as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the event Duel of the Titans, which is an event hosted by Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, or in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, with a bunch of new players being coached by like professionals, and just like trying to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! So we're gonna see what all they can do. I think they didn't have much time, or like they ultimately didn't play a whole bunch, because I think I remember seeing like 2 streams from some of the competitors. So I'm not expecting greatness, but they are like being live coached. I don't know what that entails, if not just like, hey, do this. Because it's not like an RTS where you can be like, oh, like, hey, you should be focusing on this thing, or like an FPS or something like that, where it's like, hey, make sure that you're paying attention to this, or like, hey, they're gonna peek this corner, or what have you. It's like, you can literally just tell them, like, hey, do the thing, like, make the play. So I don't know what's going on here. I know Joshua Schmidt was a part of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. However, before we do that, we have a few other things to talk about. That being, there are new cards, PogChamp new cards. I don't know how many of these are going to be important or anything like that. These are all V-Jump promos. So they're not necessarily... These can be... Like, in the past, these were really meta-defining, or like could be really meta-defining. But at this point, they're pretty much not that. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to start off here with Moon Magician, which is a level 4 light spellcaster effect monster with 1815. Already a nice stat line. If your opponent controls an XZ monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then you can only special summon it once per turn. This way, if you normal or special summon this card, you can target a level 4 light monster in your grave, special summon it, but negate its effects. Sure. This is not a bad effect. Or a bad card, like it's free special summon in an XZ format, but I struggle to think of a deck that would really want to utilize this. Like, Ryzeal wouldn't play this, because they don't need to. So, and like most decks, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, most decks do one of 2 things. 1, they have better ways in archetype to do this. Or 2, they'd just play like, I don't know, I guess this could be like playable if you're in, like for example against Ryzeal, this is like not terrible if you're also playing an XZ strategy, but not Ryzeal, because if you're playing Ryzeal, why would you not just like normal summon Ice or something else of that nature? Like pretty much every other Ryzeal would just do the exact same thing. This is fine, it's a fine card. I could see it eventually seeing play, but not really too interesting there. We have Moon Gardener, which is a level 4 light spellcaster effect monster. Another light spellcaster, interesting, with 102,000. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. This does not start a chain. How interesting. This feels very similar to Hat Tricker. Is that what it's called? Teller Knights? Would Teller Knights really use this? I feel like Teller Knights would rather just use their own stuff. I mean, it's not bad, but like... Maybe as like a side deck option? No, that sounds terrible. Why would you ever side deck this? I don't know, maybe. That's like the one deck that I could think of that would use that. Because like it does happen to be light. It does happen to be... I don't know. Maybe Teller Knights. Maybe Teller Knights use this. But I feel like you'd rather just use like more Teller Knights so that your cards have effects. Hat Tricker. Okay, I was correct. If normal or special summoned and your opponent controls a monster, you can target a level 4 light monster in your grave, add it to the hand. You can only use that once per turn. So I'm not gonna lie, this feels way better as a Link deck than anything else, because let's say you go like normal summon Moon Magician, link it off for a Link 1, special summon Moon Gardener going second, right? Add back the guy and then special summon him again to go into you know, that's bada bing, bada boom, 3 material off of 2 guys. That's also kind of terrible, but like, I probably wouldn't use it. Yeah. That's the thing. What deck would use just generic material like this? Like, you wouldn't use this in Malice, because not Cybers. You wouldn't use it in Ryzeal. You wouldn't use it in Tellarknight. You could use it in... I'm just trying to think of something. I guess you could do it in, like, a Fiendsmith style deck, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna, like, use the rank 4 engine to either go into... Or, like, the level 4 engine to either go into Fiendsmith or to pivot into, like, a rank 4 strategy with, like, Dweller or something of that nature. Exo-Sister. Yeah, Exo-Sister could do that. And then we have Starship Adjust Plane, which is a level 4 Wind Machine Effect monster with 500, 1100. You can target one other machine monster you control. The levels of both that monster and this card become the combined current levels of those 2 monsters until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for Machine XZ monsters. What? Target one other machine monster you control. The level of both that monster and this card become the combined current levels of those 2 monsters till the end of this turn. So if I targeted 4, they both become 7s. Oh, I get it now. Wait, how are you... Okay, this card's ass, but it's fine. I don't think it's supposed to be good. Seems good in sealed formats. True, it does. I don't know how you're getting these in sealed, but you're not wrong. These are, yeah, these aren't going to do anything. I'd be more surprised if they did do anything in any deck at any point than if they were just forgotten. Very, very forgettable. Because they're not bad enough to be like, wow, these are terrible. Why would these ever be printed? But they're not good enough to be like, they're gonna see play. Anyway, let's just move on to something far worse. It's time for meme review. Hooray! Hooray! Me and my hand traps. I don't get what this is in reference to, and therefore I don't care. I mean, there's Nibiru. There it is. Can you name them all, chat? It's Fualos. This could be Perulia. This is Invincible? The hell? What? Okay. Fair enough. We have Dimension Shifter, we have Ghost Ogre, we have Veiler, we have DD Crow, for some reason. We have Ash Blossom. Also, damn. What happened to Ash Blossom's arms? Bro's got a tumor. The Unstoppable Exodia. Yeah. Now I get why everyone hates this deck. Their boss monster is cracked. Darkly Big Rep. What? When the Beelzebub seal has been untied, an enemy will be destroying admin attack infinite. Warrior race. Yeah. I get that. If you don't know, let me actually explain this one, because this one is like several layers deep. There is a fake Exodia card that has this exact text because it's like poorly translated into like another language and then back to English kind of thing. And it is that's what it is. So now it's the fusion monster and it's dumb. Don't worry about it. Your greed is hurting the meta. Need more support. What? Oh, okay. It needs to be said, behold the truth. Harassing Nova, because MBT gaslit her into thinking Farfa failed the prompt, makes you infinitely worse than Runic Stun players. Why are we judging Runic Stun players for their deck choice as much as people who are genuinely, like, threatening a person online? Aren't you doing the same thing? Also, terrible meme. Just a shit meme. Just the worst meme I think I've ever seen. Holy. The type is wrong. It should be sound. You're right. You're right. Could Flu ever make a comeback? Hello, special summon. No normal summon. Understandable. Fuck you. Just ignore Perulia, and it will all go away. Flunder can come back. Perulia is not real. It's not a card that can hurt you. Konami hates the birds. They will never allow them to be good ever again. We had a meta. We had 2 metas with birds, and Konami's like, alright, pack it up. Never happening again. No more birds. Kill the birds. The design of the new canine archetype seems like it was made for a specific audience. Sure. Fenrir got isekai'd into a ranger OC. What? What? What is happening? Yeah, this sounds right. True. I could not explain this picture in a million words. Look at black layer. Sure. I will say, this go do a crime and handing the little goblin a gun is one of the funniest memes. This is probably the worst one I think I've ever seen. I always find these hilarious. This makes me just sad. Brother, why he look like that? Contact fusion moment. Man, I sure could use some help against my opponent's board full of dragons. The ever-reliable Albaz. They're evolving! Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomer Friend learns Modern Blue Eyes. When your Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomer Friend learns Modern Blue Eyes. And this the clip of the... Yeah, cool. Floodgate players. Floodgates are fair because they also affect me. Stolen meme. Do you think any of these are not stolen? Like, let's be honest. They probably are. When an effect monster whose effect is only detrimental to your existence, the effect monster with no effect. And it's staying there forever. Tragic. If you don't know, let me explain this. This is weird. Yu-Gi-Oh! The new Exosister structure deck in the OCG has been announced to contain 2 Max Cs in one structure deck. Meaning, the currently semi-limited in the OCG and in Master Duel, Max C is likely to remain at 2. Watch them, like, limit Fua loss for some reason. I'm almost certain that's going to happen. They're going to be like, Fua loss is clearly the problem. And then everyone's going to do nothing, because it's Japan, and they're not going to do anything anyway. Lesbian combat nuns in Shumbles as furry cops take their place as xenophobic Xyz archetype. You're just a cheap knockoff. No. I'm the upgrade. Ahaha! Wow, these are... Whew. You! Nev guy came back for fucking this? These are also all made with IP, let's be honest. This is truly the Master Duel meta of all time. You were going second, you were going first. This is the... Wow. It goes to 3 again next year. No! Monarch's executive meeting on how to fix the game. First, we ban all the tuner monsters. Yeah! Is that a rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh reference? Let's go! Is that a Legacy of the Worthless reference? Let's fucking go. Oh, it's peak. It's peak. It's peak. Oh. Yeah. Good one. Rada, please come back. Please. We need him now more than ever. Oh, sweetie. Man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. What? Oh, sweetie. Man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Therapist. Blue Eyes Flesh Dragon isn't real. He can't hurt you. Blue Eyes Flesh Dragon. I don't know what... I don't know who is making MBT's thumbnails, but they need to stop. Because every time I see these thumbnails, I immediately, instinctively remove it. I'm just like, don't show me that shit. I don't want to see it. Please stop. I never click on these videos. Not once. Every time. It's the thumbnail. Every time. Heard you like Kashira. Kashira Fenrir making Kashira preparations for his Kashira birthday party. Time for my Scareclaw arrival. Who the fuck invited him? What? What? Okay, what is happening here? I could not tell you what was happening in that picture. Thumbnail guy in jail now. We've been getting a lot more cards like this. Necroquip Princess Aerial Leader. Run, it's Fiendsmith card. It looks like Fiendsmith cards, but due to the name, it's not. Okay. Were any of these were all terrible? No. We did have the one that was good. First, we ban all the tuners. True. That's how you solve Yu-Gi-Oh. What's crazy is at this point that probably would work. If you just removed all of them. If you just removed all of the tuners, it might actually just work. Synchros have become so terrible. As much as I love synchro summoning, holy crap, it's terrible. You gotta remove all the tuners and all the link ones. And then we saved Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just stun mirrors. Anyway, it's time to watch some new players absolutely get rocked. Banlist prediction / wish list. I'm gonna predict absolutely fucking nothing, and my wish list is absolutely fucking everything. Just put everything onto the ban list, start over. Give me goddamn rotation at this point. Like, I'm sick of this shit. Get me out of here, please. Just take me to Ryzeal format, please. Anyway, if you don't know, Duel of the Titans has a bunch of different players, new players, all kind of playing together in Master Duel. Basically being live coached. That's pretty much all that we got. I am not sure how this will
He will have to win 2 games out of 3.
go, but
that will be very exciting.
we'll see. I'm gonna speed this up
and
because we're not really listening to the commentary. We're just watching the games, and
the duel is kind of
games take forever because it's Yu-Gi-Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh takes like 10 hours to accomplish
a new game
anything.
for you in a big tournament here, live streamed, that you don't learn the behavior.
Let me actually look up the format. Does anyone have the format? No! I could have just watched like the early part of this, but that would require me sitting through like potentially 40 minutes of absolutely nothing. I want to do.
You actually have the learning. Elizabeth in the robot. We go in there and already have 2 Millennium cards on the field.
Yo!
Good start, honestly. But I don't see. Oh, we're also seeing the graveyard of robot. There's more Charmy
Fualos!
Okay.
Whoa! Crazy! I do not know
So basically, Millennium Ankh is going to
a lot of these people.
Draw, and then the deck
So,
in,
but we're just gonna watch.
Play,
We have Mr. MV versus Rohat.
Most of your special summons are actually from your spell trap zone.
Yeah, to explain it,
I've said that perfectly. Trust.
A Millennium onto the field. What Charmy Fubalos is a card that is, you can discard it from your hand to the graveyard when you have no cards on the field, and then your opponent is always going to draw a card whenever you summon from the deck or from the extra deck. But as you can see, Mr. MV right now, he doesn't even plan on doing that. We have summoned 2 monsters.
Are we actually playing Exodia? I don't know if I feel worse about this.
Sitting there with 4 cards in hand and still facing 2 monsters on the field, so that's good old Charmy Fubalos. As powerful as a card as it is, it's not really done the
Whoa, Fualos goes crazy.
But if Mr. MV decides not to use
Against specifically Millennium, it's so exceptional. We still go for Silhouette Rat. It's like, why would we not?
Setting the Azarune directly from the deck soon, but this is now going to give Full draws. So now Fuvalos has.
Exodia is great. What do you mean? It's fantastic.
If there's going to be Millennium Ankh activated, this was possible. Next T is going to be activated as well, and now I would think thrice.
Ah!
Very interesting situation, right, Leo? Because this is right. Some students, some titans that have been coached for 4 sessions. Still very used to the game. So Mr. M probably
Sure?
thinking, hey, he's revealing 1 left leg from there, by the way. Look at these
Leg!
Legs,
Bro drew leg. What a loser.
His combo. So I think in his interest, he's just going to play his combo out. Sort of ignoring the Fubalos and the Maxi. But as you can see, Roa drawing 2 cards now for
Wow.
Maxi. So he will have plenty
Nice.
of stuff to possibly contend that Mr. MV has
Well, it was
over
basically
on
Pot of
right
Greed.
now.
Unstoppable. Exodia Incarnate is going to set another card from the deck.
We don't have Valor. Tragic. We might have Imperm, but there's no world in which we use Imperm there. I don't know how much these people have practiced. I don't know if this is like a big thing for them. I think for some of them, it's like a big thing, and they're like, I really want to win. And for some of them, they're playing Pot of Extrav, which immediately screams that they're not taking this seriously. They could be on Lab. I sure hope it's not Lab. If it's Lab, they're about to get absolutely slaughtered. We allowed that? I guess we don't have anything, probably. Set 5 and pass, baby, and then get absolutely nuked. Rescue Ace!
You know, we just go into the airlifter immediately.
What? I have so many questions. What is happening? What is happening? Oh, is that a like? Doesn't Rescue Ace like need their extra?
Search out the emergency. Joker said this before. This is the combo that they've trained the most.
Am I wrong?
Absolutely. Basically,
Like, you want 2 SP.
Designed to do for them, try to get that boss monster onto the field
Yeah.
as quickly as possible. The emergency is searched. There it is. And with the emergency, there's a quick
It's fine.
to that
So we know 2 of the sets. We just don't know one of the other ones. But we know the opponent is going to absolutely nuke them after they go for what's his bucket?
Let me tell you, as an experienced Yu-Gi-Oh player and caster, you should always start reading those Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Please
When
read
it
cards.
is battling. When it is battling. Whether
Do we
it's
negate
attacked or
that?
attacked, you can just
I feel like we negate that.
permanently. Oh, look at this. We go for the Hydra.
Do we not negate emergency? Am I wrong?
But you gain attack points.
No shot. The quality is okay.
Immediately shoot up to 8,000 attack points. Of course, quite crazy. Okay, we go into the Azrael here now.
You know what's crazy?
Are you weird for disliking Rescue Ace? Yes.
He fires a rage, which is take apart the entire field and all of these set spell and trap cards. So,
Okay, don't hate it. What did they tribute?
Now, there is
wasn't
a
paying
chance
attention.
that
It's fine.
Ace Hydrant, after activating
Now we go Hydrant, sure.
really push Anima to out the
So now if we were to link summon an SP to protect our Turbulence, we wouldn't be able to keep it around because of Azure.
As you are, is he going to? Honestly, this is I think like, Joka, from the coaches we talked to, Joka felt like the most humble that we talked to. He was like, yeah, coaching was going okay, we were like progressing, but it's still hard, so we really
Out comes Turb.
would have probably needed like 1 or 2 more sessions, but this also
Summon Turb.
Road is doing it. Looks marvelous.
Oh, we pitched a
Yeah, but now
wait, we
I mean,
pitched
he's still on
a
the 6 cards in hand after
Impulse?
the Turbulent Summon, but he's opening up so many cards to that Fires of Rage. This could hurt.
We must have drawn Impulse off of what's his bucket.
Turbulence. But Leo, this could be the moment, right? Oh, first of all though, of course.
Goodbye!
Monster summoned.
Oh, sick! They had the card that just outs our Turbulence. Fun. Heart with Eyes of Blue. Oh no! I didn't even know that was there. He plays 3 SP and 3 Princess. Trust. Oh, we're just dead here, aren't we? We just like hard lose now. Wow, Exodia's so sick, dude. Oh man, so cool. Yeah. Look, either you can beat the the spell trap negate and the board wipe, or you can't. That's it. That's the whole gameplay.
I agree. So Rohat sets a card there, and I mean, we gotta remember, setting a card here does not mean Rohat's turn is.
Because if you don't, you immediately lose, and if you can, you probably can play the game. Don't click. Whatever you do not click.
Not the case anymore because Hydrant is gone already. Does that mean we have a potential preventer in hand that might want to be special summoned? No, Azarune is being used now. I mean, that could get to a preventer play here, to be honest.
Could really get to a preventer play.
Bro.
If we have preventer in hand, we can special summon it out by banishing Hydrant and Turbulence.
Okay, well that's a choice. Not the choice I would have made, but
Then link it off.
choice.
But
But at least we can negate the summon, and now they can't use it later to protect their other hydrants that they clearly, obviously have. Smile.
It's a powerful card, but it's mostly a powerful card on the opponent's turn.
Also, why are their fields naked? It's weird. What the hell are we summoning? Please be a Turbulence. It'd be so funny if it was Turbulence. Please be Turbulence. I need this to be Turbulence so hard. It's not gonna be, but please. Turbulence. Please. Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for! Turbulence! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Never mind. Wait, we didn't wait for him to activate the effect?
Usually, I will tell you, you would want to wait for a monster effect to be activated.
It's fine. It's fine.
Here, the rescue aid strategy that Rohat is running has so many ways of playing around that, with, for example, activating emergency and so on and so forth, and therefore it's good to preemptively activate that infinite emergency. I like it.
Well, that's still activated the
I guess it makes sense here, but like, yeah.
It won't resolve, and now he might have been surprised. Hey, this is negated. Why can't I still activate this? I might as well do so, and then yeah, nothing happens. So I think.
I mean, now we just lose to the last set card because Exodia is Exodia. Ready?
We're gonna see the full power of the Exodia.
Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Woo! What did we send to grave?
It's showing you all why we think that Team France is having a pretty good chance at maybe taking down today's tournament. Wow.
Bruh.
Excellent Fires of Rage is
The second impulse!
If Mr. MV ends up winning this, and I think that he has a very good shot at this.
Oh, what a fun game. What a fun game. Can we do anything here? We put him in attack position, because we don't know what our opponent's cards do.
I really like how confident he was in all of this, too.
Alright, so this game's over. There's like no world in which the opponent fucks this up, right? Full power of Exodia, win the coin flip. Yep.
We've seen one of the topics.
Yep.
We have a game on our
points, but
wait, what?
No, I have not. That's what I'm wondering. Is it in line?
Why did it randomly cut to them? Oh, because they cut out.
Points, but
yeah,
still alive, and his turn.
Wait, what the fuck happened?
I go in right now, and we have we see Rohat left with 1,000 life points. But
how are we in this game? What is happening?
His turn it is, right?
Yeah, we have a game.
Nah.
No cards in hand, no cards on the field. Draws into the Rescue Ace Hydrant, which is one of the best starting cards in the deck. You search for the preventer with a loaded
okay.
Was actually able to
all right.
some cards, but didn't banish. Oh, wait.
Here we are. Right here. Somehow. What happened to our other trap? Masquerena, sure. Bring back a guy, sure. Yup. Did we banish a... Nope. Okay. Oh, but we can now go for emergency. Oh my gosh, we're in this. How did we not immediately explode?
Another turbulence in the deck because I think they're
am I missing? Most of these did we? How did we fuck this up?
and then summon it out
So
back.
badly.
It doesn't always have to go into the Aleph roll. It goes for a Hydrant here. Hydrant is
Why did we tribute
shit,
the
just
Hydrant?
banish the Turbulence from the graveyard.
Hold on, Leo, though. I know something that could work here. We could go into Promethean Prince, which is a very powerful Link 3 monster, and then the Promethean Princes would be our way back to the Turbulence, as it can just bring it back from the graveyard. But of
Please
course,
tell me.
honestly,
Please
I might
tell
need
me
to see
we
that
go
because I've been
Promethean here.
in love with this game for the last
Please.
1 million years, essentially.
Please tell me Rescue Ace
Getting
wins
back into it
this.
just recently, but he still finds the Promethean Princes to be
There it is.
overplayed.
There's Promethean.
Turbulence. Summon.
Turbulence.
Turbulence. Activate Promethean Princess.
Come on. Come on, buddy. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Mohan is fighting his way back in here.
Set 4.
Knows what he's doing.
If we have 4. Emergency.
So look at this. It's not only 3,000 tech points, but we're resolving the effect. Not
Extinguish.
Not only setting 2, not only setting 3.
Rescue.
It might be 3. No, we're setting 4. It's still okay. Yeah, it's setting 3
Oh.
cards. It could be setting.
Do we not
4,
have
Possibly. It might be 3 points. But
alert?
knows what he's doing. He's very well prepared, and this is why this is.
Did we already
one
use
point
alert?
setting thing. Set up for the next turn.
And also still extend here.
Is the set card the board wipe? Even if it was, their card is face down and they can't use it here, so it wouldn't matter.
I don't even know if that is necessary. We're attacking into the Exodia, but does that not just gain? Oh, it's just attack. It's just attack. Runs over.
Yeah, the Exodia is terrible.
Whew, I didn't even know that.
Bye bye Exodia. And
I don't get this game.
I like that a lot. We're crashing the Princess, not taking too much damage because Princess actually has a graveyard effect. If you didn't know, if your opponent special
None of us do.
monster during any
I'm
turn,
thoroughly
you summon the
confused.
Princess back from the
Would it- would
graveyard,
it- I-
fire
would-
monster control, and a special
I
summon to your opponent.
honest with you, this is advanced
I
gameplay.
don't hate that.
I feel like
I don't hate that
Rohan is
play.
in control here. I feel like
I love
Rohan
it.
was his own
But I don't
player.
hate it.
He's playing like an absolute pro gamer here, and I'm very impressed by what
We
he's doing.
know at least 2 Exodia pieces are in hand.
Yes, I'm with you on that. But still, of course.
But the question is,
I'm
what
rolling
else do we
7
have
five,
in
but
hand?
Still not that much, so even if Mr. MV just finds a little bit of damage here, it may as well be enough if we activate the Obliterate here.
Ooh, and now we're using big resources here on the side from
Uh-oh.
Getting maybe desperate, trying to bounce
Uh-oh,
Rescue
SpaghettiOs.
back to the hand. And Rescue is being chained to that.
I mean, we do have emergency, so at the very least we could tag out the
Oh, no,
whatchamacallit?
of course.
the turbulence.
To be honest, I like it.
Are we getting perhaps a preventer, but we don't have any more rescue.
What does
Ace cards.
obliterate even do?
Do we not? Oh, no, it's true, that was it.
I don't know. We don't have rescue ace monsters banished anymore, so I think that speaks against preventer. Also,
Does.
obliterate.
What happened?
Will resolve.
Don't put it in attack position. Why are you putting it in attack position? Stop doing that.
On the field anymore.
Stop doing that.
Too late.
Why are you putting that shit in
Change
tech?
to that.
I don't like it.
Send monster to the
I don't
graveyard.
like it.
I mean, we all know this
Put
is
it in
the
defense.
of course, and just
It
has
doesn't need to be in
So
attack
now
position.
obliterate, and that's
It's got the
preventer.
exact same amount of defense.
Yeah, it was quite turbulent for Rohan there as his card found its way into the hands of Rohan again. And I think Mr. MV, main priority right now, everything he needs to think about is this turn.
It's
700
so
life points is not
unbelievably
that much to
Joker.
overcome. So he should just try to get that here. If he can somehow get the incarnate back onto the field, he can
Obliterate will
put
turn
a
off
spell
Honk.
trap card. So
Why?
a way into that seems like a way to glory.
Does it?
Yep, and now
Oh, you're right, because it
that's
sends.
here. And
You're right,
the
you're right.
golem that guards the Millennium Treasure.
Okay, Promethean.
This is
I
exciting, honestly.
this-
Okay.
do we have a card that's banished? Why did we target that one? Why have we not targeted what?
Promethean Princess.
It's fine. It's fine.
The Sanguine.
It's fine.
There, that is a further interruption, but now, as there is still a rescue monster on the field, very importantly that we do it here, because otherwise we could have not activated that anymore, or we chain everything. We go contain, we go extinguish. Honestly, the extinguish...
What are we doing? Stop clicking buttons!
Chain doesn't really do that much here anymore, as the monster is going to be leaving the field anyways, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you. Also,
Bro saw yellow and went click.
Monster does not go destroyed, but back into the spell and trap zone here.
Yep.
My brother in Christmas, what are you doing?
Going to the battle phase immediately, there is no follow-up for Mr. MV.
I mean,
It
at
cannot
least
attack
they
it for
can't
short
attack, but
walls.
like,
I was saying the contain was not that important there, but the contain prevents the
Hello?
monster from attacking the turn, and Rohan will have another turn here.
Can't believe this. It's his
Stop
actual
clicking
ace card in
buttons.
the hand. The Turbulence
Stop clicking the buttons.
We summon out Impulse.
Down
You
butter,
want to keep the Promethean Princess at this point because it summons back a monster every
I am getting
turn as long as you have it on the field.
way too angry.
This is-
It's fine. They're new players.
You
It's
have
fine.
emergency in your graveyard as well that can
But I
summon
want
monsters.
Rescue Ace to win so bad because this deck is so sick,
Yeah, Rohan might be a firefighter himself right
especially
now.
in comparison
He's not
to
with the rescue
Millennium.
point. Part of the
So it's
team
like,
really
please,
deck
just
to
do
duty and to massive
anything.
success now. And honestly,
Anything.
alone the mental factor of staying around, staying in the game until your opponent destroyed your entire field with Exot there, and then having the ability to come back.
I
and
see
take
yellow, I
advantage
click.
is mind-blowing, to be honest. Oh no.
Obliterate?
Oh, no, we're giving it back.
Yeah!
Good.
Yeah! Put it back in hand.
Summon out this turn as
Put his
well.
ass back in
Now we use
hand.
the Preventer.
Alright, at least we're flipping a card this time.
Part of the
Cool.
device into face down position this turn, which I like because
Somehow he's worse than
It's a
Fuwamoto.
little much for your field. You get
Are
the
they?
back to hand.
Are they
Whatever,
really?
You have two little monsters on the field, and you have also banish some
Resources are a myth.
Rescue Ace
Click yellow.
Rescue Ace Preventer
Go.
later on. You can always
This is
summon
Yu-Gi-Oh!
out
Click
the
button.
if you want
That's
to.
it,
And
right?
Promethean
Like
Princess
that's the whole game plan. Keeping resources, that's for like Magic the Gathering. We don't do that here. We just click buttons. You just throw out hand traps. Don't think, just
Yeah, I
go.
think so. And that would be the way to put the Promethean Princess back into action in the graveyard, because this card has really came in clutch so far. And you can summon out an Airlifter as well. However, Airlifter...
Do we have anything? Please, please, let me look at the grave. I need to see the grave.
And then summon the Airlifter in defense position, get some more follow-up.
Put him in the back row. I don't know why we did that. That was...
It's still...
It's fine. I mean, the other effect is a once per duel. So, they can only activate one more effect without having Onk. And Onk is offline, because they're dumb and chose to use Obliterate. So I struggle to see a world in which they ever do anything at any point in this duel. I guess they could potentially have Onk in hand. Never mind, they're fucked. Never mind, that's the end of the game! Turb, baby! Or Lava Golem, let's go! Can we do anything? Do we just lose? We just lose, right? Stop putting it in attack position, please! For the love of all that is holy, just do anything else! Stop! See, at this point, bro can just summon a guy! Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. This game is over. This game is over. Great game! Great game! Woo! Imagine if we had, emergency there. Imagine if we had, turbulence or something. Honestly, the lava golem just killed us at that point, but like, man, that was a...
Destiny draw. The heart of the cards really came in. A normal summon.
That game sucked.
Entire
That game made me so sad. Holy crap. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Oh! Hey yo! It's the VTuber. Let's fucking... It's one of them. I think there's like 3 VTubers. I think there's 3. There might be more. And I think they're all Hololive. But... based. No! 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 Fuck you, game! Oh, never mind, we're fine! Let's go!
Yep, no draws for you, Rohat. Elizabeth wants to continue. I mean,
Destiny draw is a funny way of saying non-interactive removal. They were talking about the Destiny draw for the other player, for the Rescue Ace player.
You know what's a good starter for the deck?
Do we have?
Sprite Blue, the most powerful, most versatile.
Base. Blue grab red. Not Jet. Why didn't we grab Jet there? Who told you to grab red? You better already have a Jet in your gosh diggity darn hand. If you do, we're fine. It's fine. They were correct. Let's go.
Very soon. You have the Lilla Treat on the field that you can tribute for red if something comes up. You have negate fodder for red because bright red needs to tribute a level or rank or link to monster to negate a monster effect on the opposing side. And you can use blue and red to just go into gigantic sprite and special summon out the missing.
Don't go blue and red into gigantic. Why the hell would you go blue and red into gigantic? You go blue and jet into gigantic. Also, is carrot a color? Carrot's not a color, right? Like, orange is the color of a carrot, but carrot isn't like a color. Like, jet's a color. I can understand jet being a color. So you have blue, red, and jet. Carrot's not a color. If you tell me carrot's a color, and that's what the sprite is named after, we're gonna have words.
Josh told us in the beginning that Elizabeth started with learning the live twin combos, so I think that she really wants to prioritize those. Also, if you're looking at it from a more competitive perspective, I think if you just...
Would have to use super base floor synchron?
If you're only going to end on
what do you mean?
Red, you don't really have a lot of follow-up.
Yeah, I do agree, and we do go for Physical Frost. And that is all.
The sprites are named after the natural phenomenon.
Honestly, in this way, it also works out so perfectly. Okay, we'll go Sprite Elf first of all here. I think that still works.
What?
Because,
What does that... What do you mean?
What
What do you mean by that?
The finals of one of our challenger cups, of one of our competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel tournaments here in Europe. I feel like I'm watching 2.
Also, wait, did we just summon Frost?
It's good. It's really well executed. And Elizabeth, absolutely no stranger to this.
What are we doing? This is...
perfection almost.
I guess...
Not an easy hand to play out for a beginner of...
I guess that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay, for sure. But it's the fact that we're playing Treat and Frost. That's, like, bothering me.
Of course, can't talk about you, but I have not been able to do this.
Probably yes. Now we're ending probably on Sprite Elf, and of course we can summon out
yeah.
Live Twins.
Okay.
Live Twins.
And then we summon the other live twin, and then we summon the other live twin, and we draw a card. Incredible.
The link 4 will not be available here anymore.
I love this combo.
Trouble set.
Trouble set, exactly, because Gigantic Sprite was activated. So you will have to pass on Fila or Kizikil. Every time players opt to end on Kizikil.
They are Space Lightning.
Back
Fair.
Lilla and destroy a card the next turn.
Not so fast, Bo. We can first of all bring back the Kizikill, and then Kizikill now, as there is a Lilla on the field, which just brought it out, gives us a free card draw. Look at how neat he took it out nicely. And now it's actually quite a decision. You either
And then we go into
bring these two
Kizikill.
off together to go into just one of them, so you only have one of them on the field, or, and I think that is what Elizabeth is going to do here, he just leaves them both on the field, and both of them
Yeah,
are free.
okay,
That's
this
how
makes
I
more
remember
sense. With the
that.
red on field, it makes
Put them both
sense.
on the field.
I don't like
You
where
right, red, of course.
we have decided
Bringing
to
back
put
to the
them,
graveyard, giving you the ability and opportunity to
but I
do
don't hate it.
so this is really a beautiful setup from Elizabeth here, and Roat at least summons out the most powerful starter he has in his deck. He finds the Rescue Ace Hydrant once more.
Yep, maybe
Let's
also
go, Hydrant,
it's a
Pog.
Very, very strong
Let me
start
actually-
for the deck. I think that's
yeah, no,
what
it's
you
fine.
might rather want to have other than Hydrant, because Hydrant on its own
Uh,
doesn't do too much.
Like,
You have,
if we have
pick it
smashers,
off and then
do we just
go
smash her?
search to
No,
prevent
we
that
don't
fall.
smashers here.
Now,
We just
first
wait,
of
right?
all, have to find a
'Cause
way
we can
to
negate
get rid
and
of this
destroy.
Bright Red, because Bright Red will tribute Kizikill
The
all
problem
the
is,
way.
if they have
Only negate,
emergency,
destroy
we're kind of
the monster.
cooked.
That is indeed the case. I mean, they can decide.
Like, emergency just cooks us.
Very, very rarely, it's actually good to also just not do it. Oh, okay, we use the Sprite Red here, but now something important.
Tribute
to talk about
Lilla.
when the first game of Roat comes in. The Rescue Ace deck has
Please
plenty of
tribute the
strategies
Lilla.
to dodge
Please
destruct-
tribute the
dodge
correct card.
targeting effects. So if we chain, for example, an emergency here, yes, the Hydrant would still be negated, but we would at least replace it with another monster right away.
Do we have Hydrant? We do!
Oh, is this maybe
Crazy.
a permanent zone? that is always a possibility. If you activate a spell or trap card in a zone, in a column of another set spell or trap card of your opponent, if it is infinite.
I think you just let this resolve. Even if you have, like, an Infip or a Smashers or something of that nature, you just let this resolve. You just let it happen. Negating the Hydrant effect is still good. It's not ideal, because they could still go for the Turbulence here, but it's still fine, because at this point, we can just bring back Kizikill. Kizikill?
We have Lilla in the graveyard.
We can bring back
on
Lilla
the field,
and
just
Pop.
waiting to summon out her friend to destroy
And we
the
should be
monster
fine.
field. So there's still some stuff going for Elizabeth, and then we'll have to find a way to play through this. Maybe with a Preventer in hand, if Elizabeth even decides to activate the effect. Yep, goes with Kizikill, summons back, or attempts to summon back a life coin monster from the graveyard.
And then they called by, because this game is fair and balanced.
Turbulence would have an effect to activate when another card on the field would be destroyed by a card effect. But if you use
Out
Turbulence,
comes Lilla.
there's nothing that Rowan
Lilla.
can do about it. And yep, we saw the Kizikill returning, drawing Elizabeth a card, and now we
Pop.
see the Lilla returning of the Kizikill effect and able to destroy a card. And bye.
I would imagine there's not much more that we have access to.
Placement, because now Double Cross is still alive and can take over a monster.
Bring back the
Rescue has been
Turb.
activated, called by the grave. Ring.
Called by, what a fun card. What a great card. 10 out of 10. Yeah.
That is such a no. What's going
What?
on now, Elizabeth? Oh no! What happened there? No, the
What?
time- Elizabeth and the time limit were over. We took too much time for that first turn. That is unfortunate, honestly.
Oh wow.
Okay, Leo, let's bring it
Wasn't
real quick over to us here. I will try to get we will get a word on that. I'm pretty sure on everything, but we will tell you how that in the end worked out. But it looked like Elizabeth's time in the game ran out. Of course. But as we are getting details about this match between Babic versus Mr. MV and Leo, I think shall we-
Yeah! We lost the time!
Go on, 3, 2, 1, go.
Perfect. Beautiful. And we go back over to the gameplay. And there we have
Oh,
players already
what is-
successful in round number 1. And we're going
Does that just count as a loss?
And Babic, as it is popular for the tempo drag strategy, has decided.
Oh, what a great game.
And they choose-
Oh, what a great game! Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yep, which is fine-ish for the 10 by drag deck, even though it really sometimes stops you from taking the
Holy
game,
shit,
but
dude,
most of
Master
the time
Duel
you
is
can't
so
stop it.
ass. It's so bad.
It's definitely going
It's
to
so bad.
Oh, just an
See,
end phase,
okay.
that's
Did we, what happened? Did we ash?
Babic with the lightning storm right away. Exactly what Mangaka
Hold
was
on,
telling
hold
us
on.
about in the pre.
Oh, motherfucker. I don't even give a shit anymore.
He was afraid of lightning storms. Oh no, wait,
And Roku.
wait, actually Mangaka was happy about that lightning storm, I just realized, but the French people were afraid of lightning storms, and there it is.
Dude, this is now very huge combo here. Hydra is being summoned out after the
Wait, Chandra
effect.
dies
So
here.
Chandra attacks, but Chandra gets destroyed. There is no father on the field yet, and the Chandra is vanished by the Dimension Shifter. Now Simon Hyman is going to summon the father. But what does father do?
You have to summon the Fadra there!
Vanished.
I know you want to summon the Hydra. You have to summon the Fadra.
From Bobby.
Yeah, the shifter-
We're fucked. It's game. That's it. We don't have a tuner.
More complicated, I want to say, so much more beginner.
Do we have another Gen Rogue?
The circumstance that no
Go Seals Pass. Please just make Seals Pass. Yeah.
There's nothing here.
By the way, for the Elizabeth fans,
Oh, they fucked it up.
Elizabeth, in fact, did lose very to the time limit. She took too much time, so her in-game timer ran out, and that is then the win for Rohat.
No, shot.
One record.
The timer actually ran out. And it just... Awesome. Awesome. The timer ran out, and that counts as a loss. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10! No doubts! What a great event. What a great event, Konami. You should definitely tell people to play modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And you shouldn't have an event where people can learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With old school decks or something of that nature. No, that wouldn't make sense. Why are we playing fucking Tenpai?
We can't duel for forever.
My
There's
brother
always
in
an
Christ,
time
what
for
the
everyone.
hell?
So tough, of course, for
At least when it was Bibu versus Fuomoko, they were playing, like, interesting decks. They weren't just playing, like, Tenpai and Millennium. God.
That's for sure. Quite the combination. He could not execute what
Peak
he said
Yu-Gi-Oh!
he was
This
usually does.
is what
Ending
Yu-Gi-Oh!
the
is meant
game
to be.
as early as possible, but
This is what happens when you go to locals. You're like, yeah, your Chandra gets banished. And they're like, what? Oh, but I don't take any battle damage. I mean, yeah.
And if you manage to find something like a Raigeki, you can just attack with a
Oh.
It doesn't always have to be smart.
That's true. Battle phase. Okay, we will soon enough find out that this battle phase is not going to be super fruitful, as we just explained to you. Both of these monsters
What?
protecting each other and making sure that not even battle damage is happening. So look at this. Hydra, very clearly to every viewer at home, weaker in terms of attack points, but due to the very, very subtle line on Tenpai Dragon Fadra saying, can I find it? Your Fire Dragon monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. In the end, still willing to stay there on the field.
When I was a kid in like school and on the playground playing video, this would have been my worst nightmare to see these two cards together. I would have had no idea on how to deal with that.
Same,
This
same.
situation, Mr. MV also doesn't find the cards because this is not easy to out if you don't have something like a Raigeki, like Lightning Vortex or a Smashing Ground.
Leo, should I tell you the card?
Imagine if we, like,
Please don't.
didn't
Lava
release the
Golem. We saw it in the
Azamina
first match. We need it
cards.
again. When is the Lava Golem coming from Mr. MV?
Or the
here?
Tenpai cards.
Lava GG Lem, as he likes
Or
to call it.
imagine if, like,
Also, super polymerization is a very good card in this situation.
we
Yes,
waited
one card that would give us a
to
tuner again.
advertise a whole bunch,
Tenpai Dragon Genroku if it uses its effect from the hand to special summon, and we are just
and we
using that
instead
second
just
summoning there,
released,
so
like,
let's be our
Blue
way to
Eyes
it.
and
Does
Millennium
Bobby have that advantage
for the
of
third
one
anniversary.
Tenpai Dragon deck, though, is the real question
but
here.
nope, they decided to do whatever this
And
was,
this way
and
you
now
turn
we
right, you
have
just search for a card here.
people
Doesn't
learning
necessarily
to play
have to be
Yu-Gi-Oh!
the Chandra.
now.
You can just normal summon out another
That's-
Hydra, build up an even bigger field without giving your opponent draws.
Oh
That's our
my.
first item kind of. I think
You know what?
Fabi J
Here's
has
what
a
I
better
will say.
card
At
to
the
play
very
than
least,
Mr. MV is also
if
only
they
one draw
kept
away from a good card, but maybe Fabi J could also discard
Elf
it.
and
Well,
Beatrice.
very nice.
I don't think Elf is the problem, it's just Beatrice.
There is
At the very least. Oh, never mind, they have a tuner,
Turns
we're
into a
fucked.
tuner. That's the important part.
That's
If you
game.
Look at Tenpai Dragon Genroku. It doesn't say
Uh,
it's a tuner. It's not a tuner printed on it.
At the very
It's
least,
special
I will
card.
say,
As a tuner, you can even modify its level when
if they survive and enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, they will pretty much stick with it throughout. Because this meta is probably the worst it can get.
The Biden Dragon. The
Just
second
genuinely.
Dragon, such a strong synchro
This is
monster.
probably the
Just
worst
be
it can get.
Be a tuner and a dragon level 7
For
2600
quite some
summon
time.
back a
We're gonna get like
10
Ryziel and Malice, and it's
When
not
in the
gonna
graveyard,
come even
check
close
one more
in
time,
comparison.
summons itself
We're gonna
back,
get
destroys
the
itself
the
back.
new
Biden Dragon is the perfect tool for the next cycle by Biden Dragon hits the field. Summon
the new,
back
like,
out a monster. And if you go
what is
to
it,
second patron, second
the
dragon,
yummy archetype? That's not gonna even be close to this in terms of annoyance, right? I don't know, it might be, but who knows? Probably not.
He had a problem with Chandra leaving the field because he couldn't get into his first synchro summon. But now, with the Biden Dragon being a tuner itself, he does not have any problems.
And then we go for the
going
10.
Uh-oh. We might be a little bit quick here, though. Leo, we might be a little quick here. On the other hand, though, Fadra now in the battle phase can bring one back. This could still be fine.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely correct because you can also bring back the Biden Dragon after the
I
final
mean,
attack.
we just
And
win
now,
here, right?
your dragon's
We go
not
1, 2,
protected from
3.
field spell Sanket summoning in the main phase.
can't
In the
do
battle phase,
anything.
your opponent is not allowed to activate anything.
Yeah,
Real
cool,
rare,
Tenpai.
Sanket Transcendent Dragon, by the way.
That's
Now,
that's
because
crazy.
Super Polymerization couldn't do anything anymore. This was the perfect time to take apart any sort of interruption from your opponent. Fabi J is playing the Tenpai Dragon deck like he won a YCS with it.
He is a
So
real,
hard to
real
get over the
pro
hump,
deck already.
even
Man,
veteran
I don't
players
see
are saying
on
this
our
format is
first
unplayable
turn,
and
but
we're a
sure enough,
joke.
making
Yep.
up for it here. We
Imagine-
are in the
imagine-
fourth turn of the
imagine
turn, again, to almost
Getting,
perfection.
like,
As you said,
being new
we
to
saw the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
first attack flying in from
Seeing
Tenpai
your
Dragon,
favorite
Fadra,
content
Fadra.
creator
This enables the graveyard effect, the graveyard
playing
summoning ability from
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Biden Dragon, and we're using it
And
to
you're
win
like,
this, and now
wow.
he wants to possibly seal the deal and win it here.
I like
Fabi
card
J,
games,
he
or
knows
even
what
like,
he wants.
oh,
He wants
like,
it.
hey, maybe I
Sure
should
enough,
just give this a
does
try.
win
Like,
it.
hey,
Their
my,
final
you
blow,
know, this content
done.
creator that I
He is a
watch and
very, very
enjoy
good candidate for
is
being
having a
the
good
final
time with it. Maybe I should, I should enjoy it.
We summoned this Transcendent Dragon
And you
soon, but
load
the
in.
Biden Dragon summon itself from the graveyard is another tuner again. You could use
And you're
Fadra
like,
or the
cool,
Biden
I'm gonna
Dragon.
build,
Synchro summon those
you know,
Biden Dragon, destroy
the same
the
deck that this content creator built. You know, I'm gonna build Millennium. Let's say Millennium, right? Awesome. Your first duel is against Runic. You're like, I don't know what happened. They banished my Exodia piece, and now I can't do anything.
clean first turn of the Light Twin Strike.
Like, how do...
And then,
Oh, what do I do? How do I beat that? And then your second game is against Tenpai. And it's like, brother, what? And then your third game is against a bot who just sits there and stares at you, and you're like, what is happening?
A game of mistakes, but also a game of time sometimes because you have to go through your motions.
Think the new Blue Eyes deck might get some players on Master Duel now? Yeah. Are they gonna stick around? Are they gonna enjoy the game? Are they gonna have fun? Fucking no. Brother, I love Blue Eyes. I think it's really, really fun, and I'm super excited to play the deck. Dear Liza, I never want to play it in the current metagame. It's just sad. It's like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna activate my... Or, like, I'm gonna normal summon Sage. Here's Fool Us. Here's Max C. It's like, oh... I guess I won't play the game? You know, or it's like... You know, here's 5 hand traps to prevent you from playing the game, and then I'm gonna normal summon Chandra. And it's like... Yeah, that's what I wanted, dude. I wanted to... to immediately die. No. It's just, it's so rough right now. It's so difficult. And like, it's not like the previous metas were much better, but like, at the very least in like tier limit meta, you could learn to play specifically tier limit and get really good at it, and if you enjoyed that, you enjoyed it. Fool loss, motherfucker. This game is... Please tell me you have Called by your Ash. Ah, that's the game. Well, that was fun. You know, in the first meta, at least you could play Tri-Brigade Zodiac. That was extremely simple. Right? In... what other metas have been good within Master Duel? Right? It's just like all Snake Eye meta. That's the problem. At the very least, in Snake Eye meta as well, there was a bunch of different decks that you could play that were interesting. And like, sure, Snake Eye was frustrating, but like, there was also Centurion that you could play. You could play Fire King, which was cool. You could do like a ton of different things, even though Snake Eye was like extremely tough. Wow, what a game. What a game. What a game. What a fun game. Stop putting your shit in attack position, dude. It's bothering me. Misses its target. As we said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a complicated game. However, Huvalos has resolved before, so if you go to kind of like the tier limit format, even at tier 0. I did as well. I think the best format that... I think the best format that Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has had was the tier 1 tier limit meta. Not when it was tier 0, when it was the best thing, but like post-nerf. Why did we not... Yep, that is not what you want to do at all. There is a chance that Rohat gets to activate the effect of Rescue Ace Turbulence with another card of your... Oh, no, wait. What if they simply don't have it? Because of an opponent's card effect. Ever thought about that? Attacks over your monsters, Turbulence doesn't destroy anything on the field. What if they simply didn't draw Chandra?
Does he have his 10 Dragon cards? Usually the cards you want to have are like the spell cards. If you have second summoning, if you have second Kaiman, those are the ones that really like push the deck over the line. And
nope,
this
never mind.
Is the monster
good game.
That searches those 10 Dragon Hydra searches for either the second summoning or the second. Yep, there it is, second summoning. Second
No.
X-Rohan has really been unlucky in this tournament so far. I mean,
do we need to watch this? I have a feeling they're gonna fuck it up. I just have a feeling they're gonna fuck it up. I'm probably wrong, but that's tough. Or even Blaster? Summoning another card that does something from the graveyard by banishing 2 fire and or... Oh, we were never going anywhere. But I had Blaster in hand.
You can battle phase next. Rohat truly cruising. No, Rohat truly in trouble.
Well, we don't have Valor, so there's that. We don't have Imperm, so there's that. Do we have anything here? We're just cooked, right? Like, we're just thoroughly, unbelievably cooked here. We summon Fadra, we attack again, and then we quick synchro. Now I can imagine that you use Hydra, well, to use Hydra and Chandra to summon out a Bided Dragon, and then you have... It'd be really funny if we went Black Rose here. Dragon Fadra. There is so much stuff that is going to happen just from these 10 by Maniac monsters. Surely is. Whoa, is that Biden Dragon? That's great. Finished a rank of 4, by the way.
One thing though, that we will have to see here is...
I love seeing those stats. I love seeing those stats because it just goes to show how bad Konami is at balancing their game.
Sometimes you're missing out on a couple of attacks, and Fabi J will have to show us here, because I can tell you, yep, The damage we're flying in on Roa's
Monster is going to be 8 here. Roa goes to
who's going to move into the finals.
Whoa, he killed him. Wow, crazy. The Tenpai player won through combat. What is...
Goes first. Do we see the Exodia incarnate? We said 2 cards and we passed. We don't see any Exodia monsters, so that is maybe the route for Elizabeth to stay in this tournament. Okay, Maxi though. Call Pie in the Grave again!
Yes, but there is another great card from
No
Mr.
way.
MV that you haven't seen coming. There can be only one, and that means there can be only one type of monsters on the field each. So you can't summon out another.
Look at the hand.
monster.
Look at the hand. Look at the hand.
Draw 2 cards for triple deck talents. And
What are we gonna do by drawing? What's that gonna accomplish?
Okay, we have to now let this turn go. We just attacked the Sprite Jet for some damage, but I think...
Why did we do that?
We might still be in this. Mr. MV still doesn't find a play, by the way.
I think if we started with the live twin cards before, we could have afterwards summoned this Sprite Gen out. Now we go into the number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito. And
That doesn't
I
do
think that we might
anything.
see
Wait,
the
double Azaleas.
personal
Never mind.
Sky Thunder.
Oh,
Of course
boy.
we're playing double
I saw
Azaleas.
the coaching session with Josh and Elizabeth when Elizabeth was introduced to the Zeus. She was all excited, and I can tell you why, and you will see here as well, because this animation is
Boom!
beautiful, and
Double
equally so powerful
Azaleas.
is the effect as
I'm
well.
sorry, hold
And
on.
I can
What did
tell
we
you
just
why,
send
and
to
you will
Grave?
see Here as well, because this animation
What was that spell?
is beautiful.
Super Poly. Super Poly. Thank you. Incredible. Also, goddamn, this bitrate.
And equally so powerful is the effect as we have cleared that there can be only one that held us back there.
Yeah, and, we've
Hey, now we can play the
Sprite
game. Let's
Thunder.
go.
So,
The stats updated. Ursilia has 77% win rate.
Oh, yes.
And
Marvelous.
Diabel,
Now, Elizabeth,
Queen of the
pay attention to your
Whitewoods,
timer,
has
but this is
88.
the absolute way to win that game, because
But
we
the
have
number of
no
Whitewood
starting
players
position,
has
so
any
the rest of the
extender,
field
you
is
lose the game right then.
just free
Yeah.
goes into
Oh,
the
yeah.
right elf, goes for all of these shenanigans. What you're missing right now
Are we
is
surprised?
access to
No,
Lilla
just
Monster.
disappointed.
Okay, and just got the information on what would be the deciding factor between the players.
What are you doing?
We do end up with 3 players on a 1-2 record. And I mean, it's looking very, very much like that right now. As
Also, I like that
has
they're
taken
both at the
control of
exact same
game
amount of
there,
life points. I find that very
Zeus.
funny.
And apparently it's the hat-to-hat that is going to be the deciding factor. So we would have to go back and figure out
What?
who won against who, and that might indicate, or that hopefully indicates to us then, on who is going to move on. And worst case scenario, if we cannot completely figure it out.
I like that at least the VTuber
That's curious how that works, because three
chose
players,
to
the
play a
matchup,
cool and interesting deck.
is very interesting, because I think
I don't know who the other 3 people are, but we've seen literally Tenpai, Millennium, and then Rescue Base, which was also kind of cool, but like,
It really is, I see what you mean.
half of these players are playing absolute dog shit, and the other half are playing cool based and interesting decks.
Shut off the access to Millennium Ankh, the heart and soul of the Exodia deck. Even though you would think it is Exodia.
They really said that
It was
Tenpai
Exodia,
shouldn't
so that
exist in
was
this.
now a newly interpreted version, a newly released version of the
Are we
deck.
wrong?
It's still playing the 5 pieces of the Exodia, but of course it is a different deck. You will occasionally still draw Exodia. I actually have
Diabel is
witnessed,
at 88.
more often
That is
than
higher
I've
than
been
most
by
Charles and
opponents who are
Caliuga.
somehow with this deck still. I mean, as you can see, sometimes there's
No,
just
it's not.
very, very
Charles is
long,
at, like,
slow
90.
games that are developing.
Am I
For
wrong?
example, there can be only one is sitting on the field, kind of limiting both players and what they do, and then you just draw a card, draw a card.
Well,
draw a
now
card,
you've
draw a
got me
card.
questioning.
Exodia, right?
If you have the time, yes, but sometimes if you only draw a few pieces, which might have happened to Mr. MV, then you can't really do something. But now Elizabeth is really taking her time on this turn. Oh, no, lava
it is
golem
Mr.
is
MV,
Ooh.
and Mr. MV has taken his time to decide which monsters to tribute for that lava golem there.
Wait, why do we...
Maxi is shut down any possible plays here. This lava golem.
I'm sorry, that was so good. Yeah, Maxi! Oh, I love getting your board tributed and then going, alright, well, might as well fire this now. I do that all the time. Oh, that's peak. It's peak!
Of the person summoning it here. This might be the other way around though, because Elizabeth could be using those 3,000 attack points of the lava golem to maybe bring down the life points of Mr. MV even more so.
By win rate, win summoned,
That Elizabeth needed to go into the life twin engine. However, you have double cross 10.
Charlemagne is currently at 90, that's the
Now you
highest,
just have to rather
is
quickly find
Emperor
a way
Charles the
to
Great.
this game.
Diabel, win summoned, is currently at 81.
Is Elizabeth finally able to win the first game in this
Diabel,
tournament?
Queen of the White Forest,
Might
is currently at
somehow end up
81% win
taking
rate
it into the
when
finals.
summoned.
It's quite crazy to me, but that's sometimes how
So
tournaments
when
work.
she
You
hits the
can't predict
field,
tournaments. You can't predict who is going to win
the
against
game
who. You can't
ends.
predict that Bobby J is going to just go 3-0, defeating everyone,
You know,
and everyone else is left with, hey, 1 win, and Elizabeth is working for that
4
win
out of 5
hardly
times.
right now.
And to be honest, Elizabeth would have really deserved it.
Which is a
At times,
wild
that came out
sentiment
so well for her.
in a card game,
Indeed.
like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is being summoned out. Lilla and Kizakill go into probably another Kizakill. The evil twin.
To be fair though, there is also one card that is technically a higher win rate when summoned, that is kind of surprising, which is the Infernoid Flood, which is the Link 4 Infernoid, which is kind of funny. That's all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Those are some wild win rates. We forgot that we have to pop a card when we click the button, and then we can pop our own cards. It's fine. She's doing great. Probably.
There's Trouble Sunny though, and I think Trouble Sunny might be the
Surely we win from this position, right? Surely we don't fuck this up.
500 attack points, but we can also bring back. I think this might be exactly 6,700. Hold on, Mio.
We attack with Sprite Red.
Uh-huh.
Have double cross, keep that in mind.
Don't even need it though.
Don't worry, he's not dead.
Trouble Sunny will bring back not only one but both of them here.
Alright, and that should be
Let's go up!
Damage to
Kiss a kill.
We
get to draw a card. Isn't that cool? Actually, I think we... No. Because it summons them at the same time. That was exactly lethal. That's hilarious.
It's Mr. MV, which makes this super all in the standings because we have 1-3-0 and 3-1-2 standings.
This indeed, as I'm bringing it back over to
1-3-0. I wonder who the person who's at 3-0 is. I wonder, chat. Who could guess? I would never be able to figure that out. Could it maybe be?
Why the tournament, Bob?
Man, fuck this game. This game sucks ass.
Sitting pretty really, being like, hey,
What if I turned my brain off and it worked?
That's really what I my Dragons are no deck to be joking around with, and therefore he's our guaranteed participant of the finals. And now, our team in the background, of course. They will run the numbers, they will tell us what to do. We don't have to...
I feel like, to be fair, technically, someone should be 0-3. Because Liz should have won that game where she lost to time. Like, genuinely, that she should be at 2-1 at the very least. But of course, Konami is terrible when it comes to time rules and just says, fuck it.
Rescue Ace or Exodia and Rohat fight. Selected to go second.
I want the gems.
What's going on here, Rohat?
Just ban Chandra.
That's a choice, I want to say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Definitely a choice. Because we have seen how good the setup of the Millennium...
Yo, is that full combo? That's...
Okay. It's looking insane for Mr. MV, and we're revealing the Millennium Ang.
Yay. Well, this game's over. I mean, we're playing the Sun card, so like, yeah, this game's over. Do we need to watch this one? We got the Silo Hat Rat. We set 4. Wow, this game's over. What a great game. Oh, and it's against Rescue Ace? Wow, Rescue Ace is gonna lose? Oh, wow, that's crazy. Who would have guessed?
If he would have let that resolve, Darkroom would have taken care of the Exodia Incarnate. Thing now, though, is what's safe.
Wait!
However, it can if its effects are...
Based! Base.
Now, though,
Please tell me the last card does something. Please tell me it does something.
Somewhat safe into the Spirit Trap Zone there. I don't know how safe it is there because we don't really have a way to bring it out from there.
Last card
Do we have
normal
anything
This
here?
is the time to normal summon Rescue Ace Hydrant and search.
Normal summon
This is the time
Impulse and just ruin my day.
to have your Rescue Ace normal summon.
Come on, buddy. Also, hold on. We're playing
Time, but of course you still have to
Dark Hole
and sometimes you can't
in this
decide
deck?
to do or not.
Like, wild.
Is
Wild.
here
Rohat has taken his...
to the Exodia again, but now there only is one
We had nothing.
free zone.
Of course we didn't. Why would we have anything there? Well, it was fun while it
So
lasted.
we have learned these possible tickets.
Whoa, that's crazy. Anyway, that sucked ass. That was so bad.
Match.
Please just win the coin flip.
Who's making it to the, has maybe been coached here by
Please.
Josh. Maybe Josh told
Son of a-
Elizabeth, if you
Oh?
play against Bobby J and you win
Oh!
the
Oh,
time,
shit!
start, because if you let them go second, they will just run over you.
Yeah, baby. Seals pass.
Right here with a erratic seal of
It's
the
an FTK. It's an
and
FTK.
on the field, which is basically saying, hey, I can bounce once, get the resource, and protect over
Blue!
my
Oh my gosh.
answers.
Oh my gosh, it's so over. It's so unbelievably over. Gamma
Gamma
burst! Gigantes. I mean, Gigantes gets bounced here, right? Like a...
Look at all this. Bobby J does not even mind this. He's not activating the Heavenly Spheres.
What is
You
happening?
gotta realize, Spheres can put one card
Oh,
back into the hand
no.
or in the extra deck, but it also has a graveyard effect when it was tributed to special summon a monster from the deck. But Elizabeth has just resolved Gigantic Sprite, meaning there would only be level 2 monsters that they can special summon. And guess what? There is no level 2 Tempai Dragon monster. Okay? We boost all of this up. Funnily enough, we're also boosting the Hieratic Seals there.
Why did we do that the way that we did? Because we're stupid. Because we're new to the game. Ah, never mind, it never mattered!
Go into the battle phase.
It never mattered, except for it does, because we can't get over this guy! No, it's so unbelievably over. Oh, it's so tragic.
Really annoying effect. That's Fadra, the Tempai Dragon.
Please tell me. Please tell me we have smashers. Please, please tell me we have smashers. Please tell me we have smashers. Please, please. Please tell me we didn't just set the smashers. No. It's so unbelievably over. Wow, that was tragic.
I also like how
Fodra, woo, Fodra, woo, Fodra, yeah, Tenpai, woo, yeah. You love to see it. Raigeki.
There is the carrot though.
How much do you want to bet they have droplet?
Raigeki. Elizabeth is taking her time. Carrot is of course being activated against this.
Fodra revives? Fodra revives what?
Oh, there could be. Okay, no forbidden droplet. That's good. That's good.
Maybe there's another Raigeki.
The Dark Hole could also, of course, be something that FabiJ could have here.
And another set card on Elizabeth.
Oh, don't they have Genroku?
Also, I think
Yeah, they could revive
Genroku.
Genroku. Oh, no, they can't because of Gigantes.
Activated in the spell and trap column with the set card, so a possible impermanence would have been crucial there.
Never mind, this game sucks
If you want to
ass.
pick up Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel or the TCG, you have to pay attention to this. Try to activate your spell and trap cards in the columns where no set and spell card are, because infinite impermanence will ruin your day. Or your
10
day.
out of 10 game.
Possible for
Yep.
sure, but for the moment, one good thing for Elizabeth is that the effect of Life Twin Sunny Snitch. Whenever now FabiJ is summoning a monster, while there is a Life Twin monster on Elizabeth's side of the field, Elizabeth will gain 200 life points and FabiJ will lose 200, so it makes it harder for the Tenpai Dragon strategy to get
It doesn't make it harder, shut up!
But, you see it
Stupid
earlier,
commentary.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see it here again. Tenpai Dragon deck. Sometimes
Ow.
it really cares. Yeah, but I honestly think maybe Elizabeth should have waited for the Chandra, because without a Chandra, that could have been tough. Oh, no, Elizabeth, that is hopefully one of the first lessons that Josh actually taught you, because that is something all of us have realized at the beginning of our dueling career.
We all learned the hard way.
Yeah, we all tried back in the day to use mystical space typhoon, or for example, a Raigeki, a Dark Hole, or something like that. We tried to destroy those cards, and we were like, yeah, I will destroy it. But destroying a card when it was already activated, or in that case, a quick spell, does not mean that it will not resolve. So Elizabeth has kind of given up on Sprite Smashers there, because the Sangan Kaiman is still resolving, and that will be tough to realize for Elizabeth here.
You know what else is kind of troublesome here? Sprite Carrot has not tributed one of the evil twins, so those can't be activated either. Right now, Lila or Physical can't activate.
Why did they have to be playing my deck?
On the field
Wwhy couldn't they have played
for
like
Physical, which is a very smart choice, because Physical
Exo
is
Sister
not in your place whatsoever. It is
or
just
something?
draw a card
Why
on
did
the
they?
field by either to
Fuck you! Fuck you, Konami! Why does Tenpai exist?
FabiJ has really not even lost a single game so far. FabiJ, even with this new situation right there, being confronted with the situation to go first, managed it like an absolute pro, and that will bring us the finals between the Titans of Italy and France. It will be FabiJ versus Mr. MV. It will be Tenpai Dragons versus Millennium Exodia.
Yeah.
That
I don't even. Do we even want to watch Millennium versus Tenpai? Like, do we care? Alright. Is this a best of 3?
Card battles during damage calculation, you can make this card gain attack equal to your life points. So you can basically just use Magnumud, attack into the unstoppable Exodia Incarnate, and then your opponent will have to choose, hey, do I go up to 8,000?
Yeah, blaster.
And actually, all of what I'm saying doesn't make sense because it keeps the attack until the end.
that's. I was also trying to figure out where you're going. Still 8,000 attack.
Wait for a second. So, can't summon, or you will then have to.
Spur on. Hey, this is the last game of the tournament. I have not
Baron.
summoned on the floor yet, so let's try it out here.
Let's see what Mr. MV has in the back row. We are still in my main phase, the battle phase is where I really want to shine. I want to make sure to win game. Just
Pack full such as in
Pop the
infinite
back row.
impermanence. We are about to find out. Can we chain it? Or will
obliterate a card that is supposed to
Obliterate.
on the floor, but on the floor can of course always should
Yeah,
Cool.
can work.
Yeah,
And
Isn't it so cool that
normal
Tenpai
summon
has
Hydra
access to
makes
this
it
card,
so
and
much
they can
more
just make
powerful
it?
for Mr. MV,
Oh, yes.
because That's another dragon on the field. Now you have to negate so many more cards. Tengen Sonic is set to the field. Of course, it's not a quick spell. Once it's set, it can be activated in the same turn. And now in the main phase, your dragons are already safe from card effects.
Oh, we're gonna activate the
We may as
effect.
well negate
Whoa,
with the
crazy.
Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate to wait, was it? Oh yeah, okay, we're getting rid of it.
Wow, who would have
There is
guessed?
Chandra. You know what?
Fucking anyway.
5 times here, did we? Genroku? Oh, wait, no. Okay, there's no Nibiru, the Primal Being. Would have been nice here, but there is none. And now, let's see. FabiJ. We are taking battle damage right now. Wait, no, we're not
Oh
taking
no, we
battle
have
damage.
Hydra. The monsters would get destroyed by battle, but at the start of the damage step, if a monster battles Chandra can summon out Fadra, and Fadra now has the funny effect that we've seen so
Click the
many times
button,
so far.
click the
Your
button,
Dragon
click the
monsters
button,
destroyed
click the
by
button.
battle. So the impressive 8,000 attack points.
Okay, whew, we're good.
Unstoppable. Exodia do not can't be destroyed by card effects as well. How do you actually out this?
I think I have a pretty good solution, Leo.
They also
That card is
fucked up
Black
this combo,
Rose
but it's fine.
Moonlit Dragon. If we play that card, that is a very powerful Synchro 7 monster.
Hate that Genroku
Allows
locks you
one-
after the
one
tribute.
monster on
I
the
hate
battlefield
that
and then
these
back
cards
into the
exist.
Or for extra deck monsters, respectively, back into the extra deck. Is that the card we're going to go for here? It is the Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, and that says goodbye to Exodia.
Yep, that is huge. I was thinking Kuibal, but Kuibal would destroy the Exodia, and that does not work. Now we
This
have
game's great.
So much
Nah.
on the field.
I'm so glad that Tenpai just has
These monsters have
the
taken
ability
over.
to
Fadra has a funny little
just, I
effect.
don't know, do whatever the
Yes,
fuck
it
they
does. We
want.
can just bring back on attack declaration.
Yeah, dude,
Let's
wow, that was such
start
an
it from the very bottom.
interesting
In fourth place,
game.
finishing because he did not win that third game playoff there, or third place playoff rubber. Rohat from Germany is finishing in fourth. That of course meaning still a round of applause. Thanks for participating. You brought us a very, very good show there in a couple of games.
First
Then, of
match.
It
course,
was a fucking best of one for the
in
finals?
third place, Leo.
What the, what, why? Who the hell made this event? Duel of the Titans, my ass. More like Duel of the Shitters. Duel of the Cave People. Alright, Konami. From now on, never ever allow people to choose their deck. You give them like a choice of like 5 different decks, like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes. Don't let them choose Red Eyes. I lied to you. Like, I don't know, Cyber Dragon, Eldritch, and okay, maybe not Eldritch, but you get my point. Like, make them like choose like 5 decks, because like, don't ever let anyone ever play Tenpai ever again in these. I don't care if it's nerfed into oblivion. Don't ever let them play it again. That sucked. There was nothing interesting about any of those duels. Except for the one duel where it was Sprite versus Rescue Ace. Like, that was an interesting one. Every other one sucked. It was a best of 3, but they were running out of time. Konami and running an efficient tournament. Name a worse duo. That, yeah, okay. That, yep, for sure, for sure. I got nothing. That's all. Let's, you know what, why don't we watch, EU had an event not too long ago. It was the UK Open. Let's watch that instead. Hey, at least they didn't mute the commentators this time. At least the duels were better last time. That really sucked, didn't it? We have to watch a bunch of UK players play the game. How good are they at the game? Probably terrible. What are these people playing? I don't care anymore. I saw Unicorn on the field and went, nah, don't care. What is happening? Also, British. What is this deck?
It looks like Liam is in the form of something like an Ash Blossom and Joyous Strains.
Let's take a look. Quite some interesting
Huh?
cards revealed there.
What are these cards?
Liam Way,
What?
that those,
What is this card?
There.
Who knows what this card is?
Find that Idle Stand with quarter century stampede, you will be able to get your hands on the alternate art for anyone who is missing it. You know, it looks absolutely sick.
So of all of the Meteoractors to reveal, he does get to reveal the Gigadra. So he's one of the better ones that can kind of start as an extender or a general.
Meteoractor?
Start a card to special summon a level 3 normal monster from the hand or deck. Now I can't actually wait to see.
I forgot that these cards existed, I'm not gonna lie.
Checklist is reflective. So if this is going to be, there it is, good old baby dragon. And the fact of the matter is, this is where the dangers also come in to provide additional synergy, because being able to be discarded in the form of something like the Danger Sukanoko will allow it to come back to the field. So this is just going to enhance the capability.
You won a game? How did you do that?
Three Meteoractor monsters are
They won a whole match.
I mean, I'm loving this. The round one, we
Don't
got
ever
like
exi like
Dragon
that.
out,
How?
but
What do you stop?
it's a
Don't do
tough
that.
relay
Oh, I hate it.
You know, Joey
Oh, I
is
hate it.
cheating right now.
Why would you ever put your exi material like that? You don't. That's not.
So this one allows you to detach material from his card,
Hit.
special summon a Meteoractor monster from the deck, or add a Meteoractor
Stop.
spell or trap from the deck to the hand. Now we already have the best spell, in my opinion.
You put it sideways. You always put it sideways. You never put it up and down. That's gross. That's nasty. I don't know what this card does, but I now don't care.
Well, the only shoe off that you can is extra card, so it's,
I like that there's random Tsuchinoko on the field. It's great. It's 10 out of 10.
What makes Extra Guard so good is if your opponent normal or special is a monster.
Bro's playing Atlantean Mermail. Does Meteoractor put up enough interactions to be able to beat Mermail? Like, is that a thing that they can do?
So in theory, there's actually the ability, as we're about to see here,
Put Ash Blossom onto the... Yeah.
the materials attached to your
Does that... I don't know what these cards do. I really wish I did.
So for clarity on the Meteoractor meltdown, just so that everyone-
I read them once,
You activate top
and then I never read them again.
you get to add an excavated
And he
Meteoractor
just activated a trap.
You place the rest on the top of the deck in any order.
Hey,
You
special
can
summoning a
also
guy.
add one card
Is that a
effect
continuous trap?
to the monster you control.
Okay,
So that is
yeah.
another way that they'll be able to take one of the materials that's been attached to their XYZ.
Meteoractor is one of those engines like Orpha Scorpio, Wakaushi, Ostinato, etc.
and this is
Just do whatever the hell they want.
because searchable is the Meteoractor critical counter trap.
Sure.
And pretty much
Yeah.
negating any action that your opponent can do.
I guess.
Trap or monster effect, so it's quite
I mean, you're probably right. At this point, engines in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are basically a suggestion. It's like, I don't know, just put materials onto the field. Who cares? Just do whatever you want. In the next, like, 5 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! Spells and traps are basically gonna not exist. Just the whole of the decks are going to be just monsters. There's just gonna be 40 monsters in like every deck, always. It's gonna be great.
So we're going to be detaching two materials.
I'm looking forward to it.
Torpedo to draw an additional card. This is all come off the back of relatively 1.5 cards, or 2 cards at most if you want to count the Sukanoko as the discard. But it looks like straight away we have 2 Ash.
Another Ash.
attached to the material
Is that
of
2
the
Ash
card.
Blossoms?
Be able to, in theory,
Off the
if
top?
play out correctly, allow them to be added from that.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's peak. That's peak comedy.
I suppose. And then on top of that, we did see
Hey,
that
it's
the
very
material
interesting.
was, revealed in the top 5.
37 monsters in 3 Seconds Light? No. Seconds Light will be banned. Trust.
Torpedo draw, it can now be anything that gets attached.
3 Imperm? Nah, Imperm's gonna get phased out. Now, the Dominus cards.
Yeah, so this is going to line up another form of interaction.
They're gonna make, here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna make a bunch of decks that all require a bunch of different attributes. So you can't use the Dominus cards. Imperm is gonna get phased out by just a better Imperm. That's a monster. Called by is gonna come back to 3, and no one will ever play the game ever again. It will always be, you did a thing, die to X hand trap. Yep! There are Meteoractor combos that end on a branded board. Okay.
Yeah, so what I find quite scary about this is there's still just a Danger Sukanoko sitting on the board. It wasn't even needed, it was just an additional...
So we ended on
discard fodder.
nothing.
Between a Dark Light Lancer and a Meteoractor. Scary looking monster as well.
This is our end board. That's, Does that guy do anything? What does that Meteoractor do? Alright, I'm looking it up. We're looking it up. How dare this person make me read cards?
Yeah, I feel that one of the very important things in regard to all of the effects, especially the ones that are visible to you. The reason I mention that is because of Meltdown does have...
The Exi
so this is if your XYZ monster activates its effect.
says you can detach a material from this card, either special summon a Meteoractor from the deck, or add a Meteoractor spell trap. If your opponent normally special summons, you can add up to 2 materials from this card to your hand, including a Meteoractor card. Then, if a normal monster is in your grave, you can return a card on the field to the hand.
Yeah, this is the one thing that I
So,
do, love about the
you put the Ash Blossom attached to it, because then you can add it to hand.
whether it's dealing with a front row, whether it's dealing with a spell and trap.
So the Ash Blossoms do matter.
Keep getting more and more advantage.
But do they really? See, now that's the actual question.
Straight away pulling out the trap card.
Are they actually going to matter?
And yeah, here we can see this additional benefit. Oh, this is such a unique interaction.
I love send for cost. Let's go. Did we negate that? I don't know what these cards do. I'm not gonna read. I read the exceed. That's all I'm gonna do.
Kind of highlight things to come.
And yeah, now in a new chain we can use the infantry. But
Did he add the Ash to hand?
not much. It's gonna depend on the rest of the end. Obviously, next up this is the key card.
Looks like it.
That's been able to ultimately back to.
So this is obviously quite important as well, is that the meter acts are critical. Once you've activated it, you negate the activation, so you don't destroy it, but then you do have to apply the foreign effect dependent on the card type you've added from the deal. So we did see Ash Blossom added, which means that you might need to place a monster or a card to deck, but it basically
Equip.
gives you an Ash Blossom for any
And then,
card you
and
have.
then,
I think most
what are we
players
doing?
have that. Yeah. Here comes another Odysseus.
apparently nothing.
Yeah,
We have the guy that discards to do a thing. Discard fish. Fish.
not what Mike was hoping for.
Just double check
Can't do that.
on that one.
Apparently, because it's not the right attribute. Attribute? Is that a
Only
dark?
one effect,
Is that not water? Hold on. Go back. Doesn't it require just a water monster? Does it require like a sea serpent or something stupid like that?
Correct, all one
Like,
effect,
oh, it's a
so
fish.
Unfortunately, that won't be going anywhere. And the biggest
All of like the
disappointment
water
is providing
types
more hand knowledge,
are
exactly
so silly.
what you have.
They're so weird in
Cards
jank.
that the
It's like,
enhancement
but that's a
is
fish, not
definitely
a sea serpent. You're like,
definitely not
why
one
is
to,
there a delineation?
one to be disappointed about.
Ah! We put a Nibiru in our hand.
Yeah, I think Liam is code up there.
Wow, Liam.
What just happened?
The combo.
I'm so confused.
Oh,
Bro normal summoned and then the guy was like, ah, bah, bah.
Boy,
Let me put this Nibiru in my hand.
okay.
Alright, cool.
That's the god.
What is going on?
Because we do have the baby dragon in graveyard, right? Yeah. I
Correct,
believe
yeah.
So we can.
Even the judge is like, I'm sorry, what did you just do? What do these materia actor cards do? They printed that on a card? That's crazy. That's wild. Why are we? What is happening?
Yeah, we are just.
No, that was a legal activation. Yeah, I was so confused.
and then it needs to repair from there.
What?
Yeah,
This
after-
can't deactivate twice.
I hate this game. Even the judges are like, I don't know.
Oh, the Odysseus does it.
Oh, it's peak.
Yeah, what I was saying is.
All right,
we
cool.
can use the-
So now that guy's on the field,
Someone was saying if you want
Correct,
to
yes,
use
correct.
the field. I guess they stopped.
and what's his face is in the grave.
Was stopped by the-
No, they stopped him maybe from using it.
Droll!
I think it-
Let's
I-
go!
got the-
We're just cooked now, aren't we?
They
Right?
stopped him using the
Think we're just
field,
dead.
but he could actually do it, as I was saying.
Can we do anything here?
Allowed him out
Probably.
of the-
I mean, we could just like,
So, yeah, this is
Combat, right?
And, yeah, now we know about the Naptop is gonna be sent back.
and then we're gonna do the thing to bounce the Nibiru into the hand
The Drone Lock was also revealed and activated by.
and bounce,
Yeah.
and then we get to attach Imperm.
I mean, it's
I don't know where the
actually-
hell that Imperm came from. What the heck?
Yeah, provided with 2 Ash Blossoms and the Beery
Did that Imperm just spawn out of thin air? Where did he? What? Where did that Imperm come from?
Is the Drone Lock
Was that in his hand?
revealed and activated by Mike?
No, it was from the top of the deck.
I mean, it's extra.
You're telling me the top of his deck was like Ash, Nib, Imperm? Ash? What the hell? Did he stack his deck?
I mean, we picked up.
Can Materia Actor just like stack the deck? Probably.
The only difference is that we have the deals. Okay.
Discard 2 and do
I mean,
stuff. Oh, we're looking at the hand. Oh, gee, I wonder what's in there. The cards that we searched.
There is a Nectadus in the hand.
Oh, it gets banished. Let's go.
We've already used normal summon. Got infantry.
Called by. Never mind. Forget us anything.
I mean, took a little bit longer than expected, but the result was.
Why
pretty much just
did the
same.
microphone of the commentator all of a sudden just become an Xbox microphone from like 2005?
Ooh, overwhelming open opener from.
The one on the
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
baby.
pretty much similar.
All right, now we got to watch another
combo from the end, yeah.
stupid ass combo. Oh, just kidding. We got Droll.
Yeah.
Droll.
Yeah.
Woo.
one of those
Droll saves us.
Options
Trust.
available, the best normal summon by far. Makes sense.
Straight into
Mhm.
infantry, definitely. See if there's any interaction from
And then
one
we get a
to the other.
surge.
Just kind of see where we go from here. Looks like that is an Atlantean
And then we
Druid.
get rolled, and we didn't draw the one of.
Yeah, you mentioned one of the most annoying pieces.
Called by so fair, dude. I'm so glad that called by like exists in Master Duel at 2. Such a good healthy amount.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the.
I'm so glad it's also at 1 in the TCG. Such a good healthy amount. Imagine hand traps mattering. I don't know what we can accomplish under a droll here.
So you might have adapted the levels thanks to the infantry on this one to get to Gaius.
I have no idea how the fuck Mermail works. I'm not gonna act like I know what is happening here.
Of work. And Liam just setting one, passing back to Mike, 5 cards, and not feeling, threatening field. Again, looks like something out of 2015.
Whoa, Ultimate Slayer.
Ultimate Slayer is going to be very.
I love side attacks, dude. They're so cool. I love just being able to find the silver bullets for when I'm going second.
You don't really need it.
If you need it, no. So
I'm just complaining at this point.
That
The Duel of the Titans tilted me so much that I'm just like, man, this game is so bad.
Oh,
Yeah! Terror Top 2! Let's go!
It's definitely come a long way from Terratop into Dante. I suppose.
Why do you exist? Why are you still here?
It was hard drawn, yeah.
Who put him back to 3?
So far, Ultimate Slayer draw a lot there. Terratop on board.
Why?
Into your Meteor Axe, Exodus, and Steel.
Ugh.
I mean,
Please tell me. Oh, cool. He drew the one up again!
Glued to the hand.
I mean,
It's
a
fine.
card that
It's
seems
fine.
one
It's
and-
fine. Called by is fair. I promise. It didn't immediately invalidate any sort of interaction the opponent could have. No, no, no. My brother in Christmas.
Yeah, allows you to special summon it.
Mm.
And we do impulse.
Oh, we have Impulse.
It's actually very, very interesting back forward. What I actually do love about the Meteor Axe strategy is the fact that all of the hand traps, the ghost system,
We at least have Impulse.
level 3 monsters for you to
And we set it so we can still activate
really
stuff.
quite a nice bit of addition.
Not that that would likely matter, but like, nah, I don't know, it kind of does.
And we have 1 card maybe left from Liam, or even 0, I don't know.
1, 2, 3.
Do we have anything that we can do at this point as the Atlantean player?
Yeah, I think there is just.
Wow.
At the very least, we're not getting Ash, so there's that.
There's my cow cards as well. We know.
I,
Gonna end it there. Could this be the heart of the cards?
let's see. One
Nice
draw.
monster.
We don't have the ability to use the Materia Reactor.
Obviously, there is no.
Am I wrong? Oh my gosh!
Oh my! No way! No way! Wow.
That is true.
Let's fucking go!
Well, right, you used to.
That's the best card! Send for cause!
Correct, I believe you did.
Yeah! Yeah! Dragoons!
Unbelievable.
Yeah!
That for Mike there.
Good game. Shake my hand. Shake my hand, nerd. Get fucked.
List.
Stupid ass Materia Reactor.
Yeah, obviously, without a normal monster, the extra guard
Thank
cannot
you so
bounce
much.
back.
Oh, let's go. Oh.
I know that there's going to be no forms of interaction from Mike's side, unfortunately.
Oh.
We are going to be able to see how the
Both Dominus Impulse and Dominus Purge feel
We've mentioned that it's arguably the best.
They
combo deck
feel
when
very
it comes
similar
to
to, like,
when you're able to combo
Imperm
to, simplified game
and,
states,
like,
I mean, there's not much to debate. So it's only up to you
Ghost
on,
Bell
I feel that these are probably the
and
most
stuff like that,
important
where it's like,
cards
when they're
that
good, they're
you
great.
know,
And you
the
really
focus
need
a bit
them.
more on when you need to make sure that the combo goes perfectly because you see that end in sight.
I guess a better example is like
The
Imperm.
of maybe mistakes
and,
that
like,
happen. It looks like Liam knows better with
Ash.
that they've been in these positions before.
It's like these cards
Like
just need
it's
to
gonna make
exist.
it like this.
Let's go! We
So,
did it 1-1! We beat Materia Reactor! And now we get to go second!
Okay.
Hooray!
Okay, so this is going to be one of the Agitator. I say Agitator, basically the crocodile.
I don't know
This is
what
going to be one of the Meteor Reactor's extra
I've seen this
So
card.
you get to reveal this card in the hand and discard one other card to add a level 3 normal monster from the deck. Or
What the
bring
hell is that?
relying on heavily.
Virtue
Does get that
Stream.
normal monster
What the
in
fuck
play,
is
so you
Virtue
can rule out
Stream?
too How important it was having that normal monster, whether it be on the field or ultimately in the graveyard, to provide you with those additional effects that you kind of want your extra cards to have.
Virtue Stream.
Do we have other ways to push?
Virtue Stream says, target a fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them.
And we already know this is the one good thing about being able to hand
the
check.
fuck?
Oh, there's a Fluveros as well.
You can banish this from grave to target a face-up monster on the field. It is a water monster. The next time it would be destroyed by card effect this turn, it is not destroyed. If it is not, it becomes a water.
Yeah.
Too strong for them to break, or do you just keep it as simplified as possible?
I mean, in this case, it's kind of a deck that
What?
doesn't like to overextend,
fuck?
but you should at least make that extra guard for sure. I mean, you set up the baby dragon in grave.
Huh?
You let that nice bouncing effect with the Napabis normal summon.
That's not a real card. You can't tell me that's a real card. That's a fake card. You made that up.
I think we both kind of see the importance
Why
of
do they have Icarus attack for fish? Why? When did they get Icarus attack for fish?
And as you kind of pass the check for possibly an infinite
That's so
failure,
funny.
you know that there is a very high possibility that your spell card will
Full loss?
go down to in theory resolve as well.
Did it get ashed? It didn't get cold by.
Simplified as possible.
I mean, in this case,
It looks like
you
it
know that,
didn't get ashed. We have a chance. Why is he using Baby Dragon? Because the deck can special summon a normal monster, and it gains effects by having a normal monster. Baby Dragon happens to be two things, a level 3 and a dragon, both of which are pretty useful for a wide variety of reasons. But mostly it's the level that's important here, because it's a rank 3 strategy, so having the ability to do that is just, yeah, it's just the best target.
But in this game,
I don't know if the wind attribute matters, or like the attack stats or anything like that, but it's mostly for the fact that it is a dragon, and for the fact that it is a
It
3.
looks like he's going to be taking the trap card, which is absolutely fine. That does provide another level of protection.
great.
Slash negation, yeah.
Joey's
Well,
deck confirmed.
I mean, you feel good when you're able to excavate it.
If Joey ever played this deck, that would be the craziest thing ever. This is a Bastion deck through and through.
It would have led you to want to make another XYZ. And setting these two cards and passing with the Hexagard in full effect with the normal
This is like
summon,
as close to frickin' H2O Dragon as you can get.
We know the counter track is in rotation, but we do not know one set card and whatever else might may
Yeah,
in his hand.
something interesting is that we could be seeing some Xyz Anchor from the side deck, which are usually there for Dweller, but I mean, I think they work pretty well in this matchup.
What is
Yeah,
the
I think
deck,
Hexagard is
though?
very, very important. The fact of the matter
The
is
deck is
how
Materia
fast
Actor.
Hexagard
It got
is,
new support, and it's basically just a rank 3
Down. So let's see if Liam
turbo
is,
deck,
is drawn into that.
you know,
He's
like the
having-
myriad of other rank
quite
3
well
decks that
now
you've
with
seen.
It
It doesn't really do anything all that interesting, except for the fact that it can stack its deck to then put
Yeah, Poseidon is an amazing new addition to
attach cards from the top of the deck as material, and then it can use said cards to put those cards into hand for later use. Like, for example, stacking the deck with like Ash Blossom and Nibiru so that you can put it into the hand when your opponent does a thing. That's like the thing that it does. Joey doesn't play a real deck, he played random BS cards. Yup. So did literally everyone in Duel Monsters. That's why they have like 90 decks that can be reprinted into new archetypes. Brother, there's a Gaia archetype. Gaia showed up like twice. I don't even think Yugi likes him. He's like, nah, he's here. Materia Actor lore is just better Gradle and Mutant. Nuclear aliens crash down and fuck shit up. It's excellent in its simplicity. Isn't Materia Actor the, like, chemical-based deck that also... Like, it's aliens that are, like, a bunch of chemical reactions.
No one of the spell and traps will be the counter trap.
And, like, that's what the lore is based on, like, a bunch of chemical reactions.
Yeah, so unfortunately the critical will pretty much be ineffective.
Or at least, like, that's what they're named from. Is, like, various different reactions based on yada yada. I forget, I could be wrong. Anyway, let's see if the Mermail player can win. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't want this Materia Actor deck to win. Because I am not a fan of rank 3.
I'm trying to wrap my brain of exactly what it could be.
Not a fan of it.
that could really
Never been a
impress
fan of it.
works.
It's always been bad.
Be as effective right now to kind of slow the
Am I thinking of Chemicritters? Maybe.
I'm sorry, not going to Rivalry, right?
Is that not
That's the
also
one.
Materia Actor? I know it's Chemicritters. I know Chemicritters are, like,
We're way past that point.
different chemical
This
reactions
is
in,
gonna
like,
set up
chemistry.
all types of protection. We already know
But are-
that Mike only has a Giga
Aren't Materia Actors also, like,
not being able to do anything right now,
chain
but
reactions
very
of some
easy,
kind?
double shot.
Am I wrong? I thought they were based on, like, some sort of, like, chain reaction / reaction based.
Maybe that impermanence will get enough
Something or
to
other.
live another turn.
I mean, the strength of Liam and
That's why they're called Materia Actor.
1 for 1, you know, that's all you need to know.
I don't believe we've even seen the normal summon yet, and I could be wrong. Correct me if
They're
I
like
am, but they're still forming
reactions that take place in, like,
to this field.
on, like, other
Just to
planets
kind of finish it off. I felt that imperm could be the game
that we've
there.
observed.
Yeah, I don't think he...
I may be making shit up. I have no idea. You think I give a shit about Materia Actors? Oh, it's nuclear science.
Do you push the OTK?
Ah!
You already know that the spell and trap is
No, every-
Materia Actors are nuclear science, Chemicritters are chemical
Back
bombs.
at 8,000 life points of damage on the field.
Yeah! I pay attention to these decks. Brother, I barely pay attention to the branded lore, and that's like the big thing that you're supposed to pay attention to in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Additional effects.
I ain't got no clue what the Materiactor and Chemicritters are. I knew they were science-based.
Also just the hand knowledge.
I knew they were like some sort of nerdy,
And one more water back to the bottom of the deck.
scientific-based shenanigans.
Very interesting approach.
Okay, yep.
Yeah! And that's time in the
Damage
round.
with 8 minutes left, you know, make sure that at least you're ahead in terms of damage. What's the plan afterwards?
Oh. When are we making Chemicritter good?
Wow.
That is very
Okay.
interesting. I feel there could have been more damage.
If Morale didn't
more
hand
in
loop,
this-
I'd like
in
the
this
deck.
play. We're going to see the Giga Draw come down. Now, this is a very interesting.
I wouldn't.
I'm trying to
It still does
the more
absolutely
ideas
terrible
to figure out why
stuff.
he's made this play here. Is there a
The
way
long
to
Simon
figure out
Reactor
whether
only
or
had
not
2 cards. The fact Konami remembered that deck is impressive. Yeah, you're right, it
We
is.
can access an interruption if we want with the heavy infantry later on, so that's probably
Where's the Malavoris
At the
cards?
same time, I mean,
We got spoon and fork and knife. Where's spork or chopstick or spatula?
You gotta realize, okay, what am I gonna do?
I want no, what is it? I want Malavoris to be meta. Forget Yummy, forget Ryzeal, forget Malice. Give me Malavoris. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I could not tell you the effects of any of the other Malavoris cards, but I want them.
Serious work here.
I want them. You'd be funny. What if they were a what if they were a synchro deck?
If Mike is able to produce a XYZ, that means the counter trap is back online. So that
He
could-
drew Called By again?
able to produce a,
Motherfucker, stop drawing Called By!
back online. So that could be something that provides another layer of protection if he's able to get there.
You can't keep getting away with this. Brother, what? That's so bullshit.
And also something
Uh.
from time to time you tend to forget is that Called By the Grave will have a lingering effect.
Malavoris are an anime archetype from Zexal. Oh, I know.
Correct.
Let's see.
So I believe the Giga Draw has
Don't make him as Zexal. Make him synchro. Make him synchro summon.
attempt to revive the baby dragon from the graveyard, which would then open up the door to go into an Hexagard, which leading into the spell. We all know how that combo can be very, very devastating with the counter trap already active.
Brother's calling bullshit on the fact that Bro drew Called By 3 games in a row.
Oof.
I would also.
Oh, no,
Typhon!
you actually
Typhon!
land and go for the Typhon, and now
Typhon!
that missed damage is gonna be
Don't you
relevant
just
for a couple of moments.
walk
Now
over
there's
it?
Still 5 minutes remaining.
I don't know. We'll see.
But that pretty much
And that's time in the round.
glitches the button, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just very. I'm assuming that there was a way of stopping the Giga Draw bringing.
And our guy's Called By, so it's not like we can even do
apologies, it's a
anything.
level 3 normal
What are we
target
doing?
deck, so
What are we
there
doing?
Would have been no more targets left.
What do we?
That's a quick
No shot Materiactor wins here.
we are able to draw
I
a card and
refuse
then
to believe it.
One was used earlier. If
Do we win?
No, no, no,
Please tell me we win.
clock.
Yeah, it seems much
Please tell me. No, Nib!
Carry on your plays, unfortunately.
Did we just normal summon Terror Top?
Punch pike. So strong enough.
SP?
To SP let's
Thank you.
Let's go! That game sucked. But Materiactor didn't win! That's all we care about!
5% that we saw in the deck breakdown.
Let's go!
Yeah, 100%. I think the Murmur strategy, as we've mentioned before, is probably one of the strongest combos.
Oh
on
my
the
gosh.
deck. If they can go off unanswered.
Also,
They show
hold
quite
on.
a lot of versatility
How long
as
does
well.
it take
Play through
from
multiple
the
attacks
end
that
of
are
this
obvious
game
them.
to
They're
get
not
to the
the
next
fastest,
game?
so we know that a draw lobber can be very, very difficult.
So at
and I feel what we have been
2:20.
seeing in the first 2 rounds so far is the fact of the unknown
It
really
takes-
causing a lot of issues for players.
Absolutely, especially in game 1, you know,
It takes
it's all about that
40
Hexagon and
minutes.
How much work it put.
Almost 40 minutes to get into the next game. Damn. Optimized stream, trust.
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that was absolutely amazing when I did see Darwin's structure deck
Is that branded?
There are no hand traps in Darwin's deck.
That's it. Wow, Darwin stopped by just one.
This is the
Darwin won. the
They
deck.
didn't draw Called By in their 60 card deck?
Absolutely massive in the strategy. Being able to see Darwin's style of deck.
No, that's a lie.
With the Luba
They-
deck,
they
with
drew
the
Aluber
even with the name below
and
it,
nothing
it's going to
else.
be a branded Despia deck. Now, the one thing that is absolutely
No.
Structure deck is-
Surely that's not the case.
In Darwin's deck.
That's it. Wow, Darwin stopped by just one.
Branded bricking? I didn't think that was possible.
He doesn't really have that much money.
Except for when I play it.
But that's not the case. And
Prosby!
one of-
I forgot that Prosby is not banned.
Yeah,
In
so
the
that's
TCG.
definitely time, obviously, it's a bit unknown
Why
what,
is this card not
Brandon
banned?
is currently on, but I suppose these top 6, unless we're gonna see
Do we have
some
explanations for?
cards,
No, of course not. Why would we have explanations for that?
It is
This is the most like ban-worthy card I've ever seen. This is like maxi level of ban-worthy.
Ostinato, not quite
This
safe,
this
but
is
selecting
the
Yeah.
prosperity. Do we banish 3? We banish 3. Of course. Why would we not? Max C is, or sorry, Pot of Prosperity is the TCG's Max C. It's a card that I highly doubt will ever get banned, but absolutely should.
It's an interesting spot, but here comes the first movement.
Still waiting for Dragoonity to be good? You'll be waiting a long time.
Yeah, the incredible, as you mentioned earlier,
Dragons
the
ain't getting
cards that
shit.
have available to them are incredible, including something like Ostinato, which is like start with. But first with Solo is not a bad alternative. Being able to get straight into Soprano, which is going to be able to set up some future plays later on. Something that we weren't able to do turn one from Brad, unfortunately.
Wait, hold on.
As you mentioned, Andrew is probably under a bit more of a cautious to spend on what type of hand traps his opponent might have, considering he did just go with an Alubar.
That's not the right summon. What in the hell?
That's gonna be the
Wait.
case, and now we see the frame that was added from Pot of Prosperity.
What?
Throwing is really not much of an issue, and
I guess we already had the guy, so like it makes sense to summon that one instead. But like, you can, huh? We searched that guy off of Prosby. We had first movement solo. We could have added like Ash Blossom there to protect ourselves from like. I guess they don't care about Maxi, and Fool Loss is turned off. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm stupid. You're playing correctly, Andrew. I forgot that Maxi is just not a thing. We don't need to just randomly take Ash Blossom. Though it still probably would have been better. I don't know how much this accomplishes, as opposed to just like what we had any. It's fine.
Pretty much only one of the few key cards in the game that allows you to fusion summon from Benjamin Scales as well. And
Like this is having this one. Oh shit. I should just be on Prosby.
Yeah, being able to utilize backup
I-
abilities, but also being able to read
Prosby
cards
certainly
also
is a
allows you
thing.
to advance the game stage so much more.
Don't know why it is.
Still has Soprano on board that hasn't even attempted to
I don't know
use
how
it.
that card
So
got
being able to
printed.
kind of slowly-
Like I can believe Pot of Desires. I can believe Pot of Extra.
as you slowly start to navigate through those possible
Prosby is just like,
stop by specific
how did that happen?
a little bit more, and possibly even work to try and
How
set
did
up
that
game
get
one right here,
allowed?
right
How did that get approved? Yes, yes, I'm already on it. Sorry, I'm quoting voice lines from a game. And now we do Melodious combo. Let's go, Melodious. Are we rooting for Melodious or Branded? Are we rooting for any of them? Bestial. Wait, that Bestial was crazy.
like Andrew stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, I feel
See,
that
here the
the
Ash Blossom would have been crazy. We could have ashed the Magnemite, and we would have gone.
committed to Andrew's
It would have gone
combat.
wild.
Yes, we're still able to kind of present a field presence, still be able to work around even without Sophina, and that's just going to still show the power of what Melodious can actually still present. We still don't even know what if Andrew has any this end field up and kind of work around. We do know that Darwin is going to get the search of a dragon during the end phase if we are able to get there, as he has now declared, of course, the effect.
What dragon would you even search here? Saranir. Why am I saying anything? Of course it's Saranir. It's always Saranir. Do we have a Link monster? No.
Obviously, when you look at Melodious, it's quite different from
If Verte is not in the game, there is no Link monster in the branded deck ever. Now the question is, oh no, we can grab Albion, the Shrouded Dragon, or just Albaz. I forgot that those cards existed as dragons.
Yeah, I feel that the fusion monsters are for the Melodious strategy here. Are
Okay.
very well placed. Being able to utilize either banishing from the graveyard or, of course, piloting into the other fusion monsters, being able to go into the flowering, will also provide you with the ability to maintain your field presence. Can be like a small SP Litomite-esque effect in order to remove your monsters from the board to be able to play around something like a Nibiru if you wish to. Then
Are we just going combat?
With the Shiverta can be very
Nani?
good, especially when you're trying to utilize some of the branded fusion monsters in order to extend.
Oh, I guess since we don't have the what's her bucket, because it was banished off of Magnemite. Yeah, we probably don't have anything, do we? Man, imagine. Did we just pen summon one? Let's fucking go. Imagine if we had taken that Ash Blossom instead. Whoa, that would have been crazy. Would have been crazy. Is Branded Fusion at 1 in the TCG? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna like a double E, triple E check.
We know that we have the Aria on the board, and on the building board, you mentioned that to provide them with destruction.
Because if it's not,
Apologies, and carbon destroy by
I'm gonna
the
riot.
to make it a little bit harder for Darwin to be able to just aggressively storm forth his way across this board. Then we have the graveyard
beep doop boop 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 doop boop boop boop.
especially if you are playing more bestials. It looks like we're starting off with the Fallen of Albaz, and this is actually going to be a great interaction here because being able to discard does provide Darwin with the ability to work his way into pretty much any of the fusion monsters.
Oh yeah! It is. That makes me so happy. My happiness is uncontainable. Been limited for a good while now? That is not true. Wasn't it limited on the same list that Tenpai got limited? Which was like the last one? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think
Or was it one before that?
Boss monsters to come out of a structure deck.
Yeah.
We already
It's
know how powerful the branded strategy was
relatively
as
new.
well. And it's also good to quite see the branded strategy being utilized now with.
How did a mirror
Jade
jade hit the field? Oh.
Just kind of the way they navigate around that lack can be very,
Sure.
very important.
Yeah, now you can see that we're not too familiar with his opponent stack. Just asking.
How did Schuberta get into the grave? Motherfucker, I hate Branded so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so being able to add cards to
Yeah, Ecclesia.
Target.
Walk over the field, make the full combo.
direct
Yay, Branded. Isn't Branded so cool, dude?
Just one interrupt and
Wow, what a great game. Game 2.
sweet. Sorry.
Melodious gets to start this time. Hooray! How much do you want to bet this 60 card Branded player also draws like everything that they could ever want?
3 was all you needed. There's the cross out, there's the herald. And
Add the cross out.
permanent.
Add the cross out.
So this
Please
is-
tell me you have everything and you can just add the cross out.
Looks like it.
Please.
Nope, straight to the
No,
Ostinato.
you have to take the
I suppose you
Ostinato.
already have a copy of Ostinato. It does kind of
Probably
give
why
that
he
a
went
little bit
6
free.
deep instead of 3.
Playing for last one, which you might have seen on the strategy.
And then Droll.
Start with
No, it's
the-
Branded
the
Troll,
L
like,
by
never
two
hits.
on the table.
They don't play
And
hand
he's
traps.
gonna wait. He's on, just,
Except for Bestials.
pass
Yeah.
rather than
Alright.
drop.
Ostinato. Oh,
on,
hold on. I want to look at that hand. Give me that hand.
pass
Yeah.
rather than
Gimme, gimme.
drop, so-
He did it again. He drew 2 limited to 1 cards. 2 of those. How? How? What the f... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
That hand is so good, by the way.
little friend from game one as well, Lazaro, let's just say that.
He can't keep getting away with this.
It's quite free to be fair, as an opponent.
What the
Quite
hell?
nice to be able to feel free and not need to worry about having to present a field. You can just
So
go off and not need
dumb.
to hand trap stuff every now and
Oh,
then.
that's so
There's also
dumb.
that you do need to keep it in the back of your mind that there could be some very powerful field breakers, as you've mentioned.
Yeah,
If you like,
yeah,
the client might allow you to dictate your playstyle.
yeah. Revealed a
Regardless,
special.
Ostinato is probably one of the most ideal starters, if not the
Yep.
best starter for the Melodious strategy. So working its way around, trying to be able to
Yep.
navigate. I feel that we might be in a position for Andrew where he feels comfortable enough to.
Knowing Branded Lord gives you protect powers, yeah,
Trying to
apparently.
ideally end on the strongest end
Brother, his first turn was normal summon Aluber,
Now,
get Veilered,
both,
pass.
yes, both fighter training and on.
And he won that game.
We're gonna set up both scales.
Off of Magnamut being in hand. He's gonna win this game as well, because Magnamut's in hand. Because Magnamut is a fair and balanced Yu-Gi-Oh card.
It's somewhat similar to what we have seen in game one, but it is slightly better.
I hate Magnamut, dude. I hate him so much.
Yeah, this is all without him.
I used to like him. He used to be super cool. In like tier limit meta, I was like, yeah, dude, he's sick. He's great. You can add another out to a tier limit monster. And now I'm just like, burn him at the stake, dude. He sucks. I hate him. He does too much. Why is he so good? Why does he do everything? Why does he search any dragon? That's the real question. If you just searched a Bestial, fine. You could search Lubellion, that's fine. Don't care. Why can he search any dragon? Who allowed that? Who said, yeah, you could search a Tenpai monster? Yeah, you could search Applebaz. Yeah, you could search any dragon. Just any of them. Go for it.
Is well and truly in the zone from what we can see here. He knows what's going on. He probably already has his
Criminal.
plans out. He's just trying to any of the new cards that he didn't see in town.
Oh, but it searches during the end phase. Who cares? He's a quick play. He's a hand trap.
Yeah, the flowering kind of gives a very nice
Oh.
return cards from the field to the hand, up to the number of Melodious that you currently have on your field. So this could be very, very important to not only try and set up targeted and destruction and battle protection.
Are you ready?
so
Are you
that
ready?
but also be able to set up-
Magnamut! Targeting the card that you need to make the deck good. Woo! It'd be a shame if you played the fucking game. I hate this game.
Yeah, this is, as you
I
mentioned,
hate
how
it
powerful
here.
RER protection, or how threatful it kind of seems from an opponent.
Bruh.
Sometimes you might want to save it for one of the maestros to deal with that, so they don't constantly keep getting recursion or a soprano, but then being able to hit an RER that is providing that level of protection.
How the hell did we make that?
Used up on something like a Magnum.
Oh, we activated the effect. Triple attack! Give me the hand.
Ooh, that's big.
That is a very important hand.
Look at this motherfucker's hand. Ah. How are they allowed to get away with this? Brother, this hand makes me sad. Why is it so good? Oh,
Yeah,
How do
Allure
they do
plus
this?
the Duplicate was premium, but
Yeah.
oh my
it's an
gosh.
interesting choice. I guess Allure also just makes sense.
Take the call by. Piss him off. It's take a lure here. Like, yeah, like 99.9% of the time it's take a lure there. Allure being able to banish the Mercurier there is so good. It's so insane.
much in the end.
Are we passing?
Yeah, nobody gave us a protection if we top deck something good. It's looking,
You can't see it, but
yeah, I think we just passed.
this branded player is so smug. I hate it.
Two options available, Rebellion or other bestials. Yeah, we need consulting.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, they're currently sitting on a call.
He's having a good time, and it makes me sad. It makes me angry. You're a branded player. You're not allowed to have a good time.
Okay.
Motherfuck! No, you didn't. That's functionally the Melodious end board? No, it's not. No, it's not. Trust me, it's way better if they don't have the Magma there. How do I get these powers? Every branded player does it. I mean, the Harpies there is not great, but like, he drew another limited card. It's missing an Arya, but that's still functional end board. It is a functional end board, but it's significantly weaker. The difference between having Arya and not is wildly important. Can't you just boost by banishing your own cards?
Correct, yeah, it's about to 23.
You just boost here, right?
Yes, only if it banishes from the
And
graveyard.
it dies.
200 attack for each. So it can make itself stronger, but it's still exactly what Darwin kind of wants, which means there's no, even though Shabbat will stay on the field, it still kind of presents. Yeah, I mean, it does use up Darwin's battle phase, but it still means that.
Oh, I would have banished the.
Banish from that graveyard.
Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered because the Bestial would go to grave. It's like,
Okay, looks like he's going to continue with the attack, taking that small.
and that's time in the round.
Open up the field. Maybe we're going to see a cheeky Kakira Fenrir, but I highly doubt that.
Transition Dragon forces Arya into attack and then ram into her for more billion times per game. Yeah. Bitch Albaz? Crazy. What are we drawing?
3 unknown cards in Andrew's hand as well. From the
How much do you want to bet they top deck Branded Fusion? Watch.
You would like to
And they have Called by in hand. What did they top? They top deck Lubellion.
Would like to feel that there may have been some form of hand trap interaction.
Not bad.
And it looks like that draw of an Harpy was a Lubellion.
Not bad.
Absolutely incredible top deck that one there. Depending on
I'm
the-
surprised we didn't start with like Harpy's Feather Duster.
That is another beast that Darwin can present to the field.
Why would we not have done that? Grab Saronir. Seems fair. Seems interesting.
You can also just use Renegade Red and summoning that vector, and you could have gone just normal summon Albats and use the effect, for example, but the problem is with the flowering, the Albats is also not premium at the moment. So, yeah.
We just have to bounce the Saronir, right?
So it looks like we're going to be using the Saronir to target either the Soprano or across the Buckeye in the graveyard. This will then allow Saronir to summon to the field. Looks like we're going for the Soprano, which is quite an interesting choice, but it does make sense.
Because we know the cards in hand. Why did we
I think it Brandon lost. Correct, so go for Brandon in lost. That would then allow your Brandon red
Fine.
to resolve.
Does this bounce cards or it bounces monsters, right? No, it bounces cards, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Lost? What the hell are we Oh, Albaz.
So utilising Brandon lost is an
'Cause
incredible
Albaz is in-
staple, I would say, or like an absolute must in a perfect strategy. And when you're able to access it so freely through the Beastie Rebellion as well, it does allow cards such as your Brandon Fusion or Brandon Red to increase its chance of.
Don't allow that to resolve?
Yeah, it's gonna resolve. Oof, I would have
What are you doing? You can't allow you. Well, the branded player won again.
Coria as
Are we surprised? No, just thoroughly disappointed.
not better, faster, bleeding those days.
used to bring back that Brandon Fusion. I feel this could be an entire field clear. Brandon Fusion works his way into Mirror Jade.
Ooh, no, and
Ash in the
cool
cool play.
Yeah, we know about it.
Ooh.
3-4,
Yeah.
but instantly crushed. And yeah, this. I mean, we've mentioned it.
Melodious has no negates outside of hand traps. Yeah, you have to bounce there.
Yeah, but if we were to top deck something good, you had all the
You
protection
bounce the
in
lost. You
board,
can't
and
let branded lost
he had
resolve.
A lot of possible outs. He just got any card to play with, and yeah, Darwin is making the most out of it.
Yeah, he definitely navigated this.
This is
Rebellion, of course,
fuck this game.
get rid of the Albion.
Woo! Branded wins! Are we surprised? No, just thoroughly disappointed. Oh my gosh. Remember when Branded did like anything interesting?
Yeah,
And like Guardian Chimera was their win condition? That was cool. I liked when that was the thing.
Really clean from Isaac. A lot of the odds is pretty much 12 free runs, and the rest is mostly spells. So,
Yeah.
solid.
This is the one good thing that they can do, and this is technically we started off with a runic card, but we haven't seen much more influence from them. So the crystals themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that play was. I just.
Other additional engines into the strategy, just allow you to go back a little bit further, or in the case of this one, be able to kind of pull out.
But of course, the branded player drew the called by, and of course, the branded player drew the Magnemite 2 games in a row, and it absolutely mattered and killed the entire deck basically because Magnemite is fair, and it also got them their follow up, and it also got. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally a-okay to have at 1.
So all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack defense. That's going to give it a bit of an attack swing, depending on what they might be facing up against. And then on top of that, if it wasn't enough, if it is synchro summon, you get to add a crystal card from the graveyard or the banishment back to the hand. So
I'm just sick of. Look, I think the Bestials are cool. I think they're great card design in terms of hand traps. I think that they're very good, except for one. Except for one. One of them is way too good. Magnemite, just put it to 0. Solves like every issue that I have with the Bestials.
Yeah, so this will be the Nova into Infinity play, which is it's actually amazing quite to see.
Let's go! Let's go! Was that a rank 5 into Infinity?
And this is going to be able to set up that critical negate that might be needed in order to present more to your storm.
If a deck is full of 1-ofs, then surely I'll draw them. True, true. Simply draw them. I'm sorry, did I just see Runic Tip get activated? What is happening? Oh, I didn't realize Crystron Runic. What did we search? I have so many questions. Next! Brother said nice negate. Be a shame if it fucking mattered.
Yeah, I think the X is a very, very good card. Being able to send a card such as Agitator does allow you to...
Stinking Rise Eel.
We're going to be able to change
Freezing.
The runic spell to this one, Freezing Curses.
Well, our Infinity's negated anyway, so like... Oh, what? Huh? That was it? We didn't have any... We had no other follow-up? In Rise Eel?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be moving as fast as that, but it seems like the opening that Isaac got with the Crystons, and then just having those runic cards to help back up, just provide a little bit more. Not knowing exactly what else Cameron had in his hand, it kind of might have been one of them ways that you might want to hold back a bit of a strategy, hold back just in case he was on a additional engine that the players don't know, but just being able to kind of concede, especially with time being such a big factor, you want to be able to go to games.
Okay. I'm just like so perplexed as to what could possibly have been in hand that we didn't hand trap, and we didn't. Did we draw 3x? That's probably what happened. We drew all 3x, didn't we? Game 2.
Well, facing up against Runic, being able to kind of stop them and choke them from getting hold of the field spell can be very, very important. And then you're trying to work your way to then control the rest of the board with stuff like Book of Moons and everything else, the Crystron elements trying to build behind it.
Do you think we'll see a Labyrinth feature match where they get Harpies Feather Dustered? How much do you want to bet? If there is a single Labyrinth player in this event, and they show up in the feature match, they will be Harpies Feather Dustered. I guarantee it. Now, is EU, or more specifically, the UK, are they actually playing Labyrinth? Probably not. They tend to not do that. But they could, potentially. Just saying. Yes. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I do really like the introduction of the other TCG exclusively in the Mr. Rubies right now. These are his first ones, it's still great to see when a brand new archetype like this can be integrated as an engine. Just
I love this deck, the Mitsurugi Raziel. It's super sick.
And you can take it away from Raziel themselves.
Such a cool deck.
It's also going to be very interesting to see how this is integrated in order to provide a better end field for Cameron to then still contest against the Raziel, the Crystons and the Runics. Both of those engines side by side, as you've already mentioned.
Tribute for
while also still providing you with the ability to
effect. Add back. Tribute again.
Provide you with a bit more field presence and a bit more field
Summon the 8 from deck. Trigger effect. Add him back to hand. Oh, sorry, special. I forget what the cards do. It's been a while. But it's another ritual deck that actually is pretty good. It's a pretty good ritual deck. Why are ritual monsters not just extra deck monsters at this point? That's my question. Because that would solve like so many issues. It would also absolutely ruin the other one. The one that I'm thinking of. Rocks. They're rocks. Megalith. It would ruin Megalith, but I'm okay with that if we solve the issue from every other ritual deck.
there gonna be a freezing curse?
Yeah, the Mitsurugi cards are really cool. They're definitely not better than just like even pure Raizio. Why is there a Dweller on the field? When did that happen? What the heck?
But it's something to be in the grave control, so that's going to be also live. And then you're adding the Mitsurugis to that board, just add you a little bit more disruption. So keeping in mind that the trolls, you have to kind of really...
Use quite a bit when...
Okay. Does Dweller do anything?
This is going to be quite interesting to see.
Oh, Crystron. Right, yeah. It cooks Krystrons.
I'm wondering what you go for here, because you know as soon as you go for a fountain...
I remembered Runic and I forgot the other part of the deck.
The field, unless you have the ability to, of course,
I was
change
just...
cards to work your way into Fusion.
Alright.
And that would, of course, allow you to protect from being destroyed. But then you're also going to keep having points coming back again. And
Boost's voice deck would be so good.
once again,
Yeah, that's the point.
off the back of fountain.
A lot of decks would just like solve the issues. It's like, hey, just like you drew the spell, you now get to like fusion summon basically. If Fiendsmith is grindy Ryzeal, Mitsu is wombo combo 10 interactions Ryzeal, kind of, yeah. What does Ryzeal do? Rank 4 spam and summons Detonator multiple times. Detonator has the effect where if your opponent activates a thing, you pop a card, or you detach to pop a card, or pop that card. I think it just pops a card. And if the opponent tries to destroy it, you can detach material to protect it. And it does that like every time without fail. It can also search out Ryzeal Cross, which has the ability to negate a monster effect by detaching a material from a monster, from an Xyz monster you control, in order to negate at point of resolution. Which is the best way to negate. Because you can be like, yeah, that's fine. And then they're like, cool, does that resolve? And you go, no. And they will never know until basically the whole thing resolves. So, yeah, kind of crazy. Also, I believe that means you can negate in the middle of a chain. Because it negates at the point of resolution. So it's like at every point of resolution, you could be like, no. Pop anything that breathes. You know what? That's a better example. You could have just said it in 4 words. It pops anything that breathes. Yeah, you did a thing. Die. Too bad Typhon absolutely cooks this deck.
Very, very simplified game state right here. I mean, it's still very interesting that Typhon will continue to protect the...
Okay, I was correct. I was correct. Negates and like the way that chain links work in this game are funky sometimes. So like, I'm pretty sure this is how this works, but not 100%. To be fair, that's me with literally every ruling under the sun. I'm like, it should work this way, but I've been wrong so many times, I just don't say that I'm correct. Like, ever. Just like, yeah, probably. Even more so than Angelica's Ring? Yeah. Pops are balanced, though? They are. To be fair, no one is, like, clamoring for Ryzeal to be destroyed or, like, removed from the format. People are complaining that it's, like, too powerful, because it probably is, but no one's like, kill it. Because it's a pretty fair deck to play against. Like, I think more people are upset with the way that Malice works rather than Ryzeal, even though Ryzeal is by far better. But it's like, Malice feels worse to lose against, and it feels worse to play against, whereas Ryzeal, it's like, nah, I could have beat that Detonator. Nah, I could have beat this. Like, oh, they just, like, drew the hand traps that ended up... Kistel, what the fuck? Okay, sorry, I'm not prepared. I was not prepared for Kistel. What the heck? Based! But yeah, I mean, it's basically just like a rank 4 deck. Which... It's... You know, rank 4 hasn't been all that popular in several years. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, the continued recursion of the Mitsuragi card is what makes it so good. Praise is an incredibly good card, and only being able to take on a very small amount of your deck does give you another different angle to work with.
But it's also similar in nature to, like, Fiendsmith, where it doesn't lock you very much, so you can play it with a bunch of different archetypes and strategies. This one's Mitsurugi, which is
Yeah.
a ritual deck,
Interesting in comparison to
which doesn't require the extra, so you can actually just fully commit the extra deck to Ryzeal.
So the issue of worrying about Typhon coming back again the next turn is just going to make it even more threatening. It's an incredibly good card, especially when you're comboing it off with Slumber here to make it a very, very powerful method to try and remove.
Undone Oh, those were bad banishes.
Not gonna be
Slumber, let's go!
Yeah, I can't see any other way of getting past that Typhon. So swinging it back round to Isaac might be the next best option.
Does Slumber say you can only... it's only protected that turn, right?
I can only imagine that Dweller would activate during the draw phase in order to kind of shut down the graveyard.
Or not that turn. That attack?
Will be able to remove
It's
one
just
of
like the first attack, or is it...
oh no, so
or is Slumber that
just use Slumber.
turn
There's
it can't
no
be
battle
destroyed?
to worry about here again.
I don't remember. I think it's that turn, right?
but definitely coming on it. Yeah, recognize this spot, step one, as the pressure is on Isaac to stay in this draw. No dweller, by the way. Okay, never mind. Maybe Isaac reminded him by checking his own grave.
Why would... What, hold on. What's the problem with Dweller?
I think this is what's going to give Crystron hybrids a little bit more of an edge. Is usually an Abyss Dweller would be pretty much enough needed to shut down the Crystron fight, but then when you can go for a card like Slumber itself and then start opening up the door to the Runic side, you can now start to present a little bit more on the field. Maybe working into a Hugin, which I believe is what's going to happen here. As long as that discard allows it to work its way into the
Slumber
fight.
protects for one attack. Okay.
Ooh, very, very interesting.
That's what I
about
thought.
that one. It's trying to open up the routes to the Crystron card.
Oh,
Graveyard
tragic.
Kind of shut off. It must have been more of a must discard rather than a want to discard.
And we see Prevailer not wanting to have anything to do with this fountain.
I remember people calling for Dweller's ban during Tier Limit format because they're like, oh, it makes Tier Limit mirror matches like so bad. And like it makes them like unplayable. And it was like the one thing that Tier Limit could do to make the game, or like to solidify a win. And even then, it still didn't immediately win you the game. Dweller floodgates so many rogue decks from playing competitively. What rogue decks? What rogue decks does Dweller floodgate?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I mean, there was a bit of a surprise because we thought he was on
Mermail?
Then it was revealed to actually be the Mitsurugi, which changes things significantly. Because going first, you're able to set up
Crystron?
this one, which was
Yes.
pretty much game winning against the entire meta right here. You set up Detonator, with
Zombies.
You have Dweller, you have the
Sure.
the engine going. I mean,
The thing is,
and,
I
now, though,
wholeheartedly disagree. I think floodgates are fine. Genuinely. I think Dweller is fine. Genuinely. And the reason for it is because there's so many ways to interact with it to stop it. And there's so many ways to play around it. I can understand
Well, that is the big question. Is whether you take the risk on one of the Molchummies that may or may
not liking it,
or I feel that another hand trap in that side deck could be a little bit more effective. But some people may
but even then I'm like,
in regards to the form of Ghost Ogre, but that could very
Like
that could help you deal with that fountain.
it's
I feel
fine.
that when you have such a strong cornerstone of one part being the fountain,
It's strong.
allow to or enable the rest of your deck to kind of.
But that's like one of the options that you should have access to as a rank 4 strat. Or like as a rank 4 deck, right? Like that should just be allowed. Because like what else are you gonna make? Right? Like what else is even strong in the rank 4 package outside of like Detonator right now? You gonna make Silent Honor Arc? It's not like Shockmaster exists or something else of that nature. Like Dweller's the strongest we got. You can make Baguska. True. True. What about Baguska?
Set itself up with Phantom along
And even then, Dweller's like only okay.
and of course a Tristanos root is the ideal
It
for
can
output.
absolutely shit on some decks, and it can do absolutely nothing to others.
How he can stop this field being-
So it's one of those things where it's like you can't make it just blind. Principle of lingering negate? It's not a lingering negate. I understand not liking lingering floodgates,
It doesn't look like that Hugin is going to resolve. I don't think we're going to see this Hugin
But
at all.
even then.
this entire time. There you go.
Eh.
Choosing goes for impermanent, playing around talent.
It's one of the more inoffensive graveyard floodgates, and it's probably still a bit too easy to make, and lingering effects are ass to work
Yeah,
around
so that's not a bad card to
with the
start
speed of the game.
being able to obviously synchro these two
I agree. Here's the thing. I think Dweller is less the problem, and it is more so
That's gonna gain access to pretty much any
the
root spell that
speed
you
of the
like.
game, which Dweller does not solve.
And
Hit
again,
node again.
Banning Dweller does not solve that,
Wow. The odds. Yeah.
right? It also doesn't solve Ryzeal as a deck. So if we're wanting to hit Ryzeal in particular, Dweller's not the hit. Right. So there's a bunch of stuff like that where I'm like, Dweller is
And yeah.
good. Dweller's good for the game, in my opinion. Because, like, you still need something to do to deal with the grave. You still need some way of being able to interact with the graveyard. To interact favorably. Right? Because the graveyard is way too good of a resource. So there needs to be ways of slowing it down. Right? Things like Necro Valley, I think, are good. Even though Necro Valley works like a card written by a child. You're just like, wait, what? Dimensional Fissure, I think, is good. Dweller, I think, is good. But things like Macrocosmos or like Dark Law or stuff of that nature, where it's just like a little bit too powerful and there's not nearly as many restrictions put upon it, is where I find it to be more problematic. Like, if Dark Law was reciprocal, I'd be like, it's fine. But because it's not, I'm like, eh. You know? And because Macrocosmos also banishes spells, I'm like, eh. Nah, it's too much. Right?
Yeah, so utilizing the effect of the Sulfur.
Whereas, like,
critical incursion into the graveyard as well. Level 5, so if you ever wanted to go into an over infinity or needed signs that could be possibly on the cards, say no more than 2 level 5 monsters.
Yes, Dweller is frustrating when it gets dropped on you, but as is like 9,000 other things. Right? Like, hey, if it gets stopped, you know, that stuff happens. Like, that's just Yu-Gi-Oh! You're going to be able, or you're going to be interacted with. You're going to have things slow you down or stop you. And I think that's fine. And I think Dweller is in that camp of, like, it's fine. I think if there were more decks that just, like, auto lost to Dweller, and Dweller was more easily accessible, I'd more be willing to be like, yeah, ban it. But there just kind of isn't. There's a few. But I feel like it's more valuable to be able to slow down a bunch of really powerful decks. Because it very rarely kills these decks. Like, Tearlament was one of the few decks where it was like, hey, shutting off the graveyard basically kills the deck for a turn. But even then, like, they could still play it. They could still do stuff. They had multiple other turns to work with because of the way that Tearlament worked, right? But yeah, there's very, very few other decks that die to Dweller. And oftentimes, if they do die to Dweller, the issue is more than just Dweller. Right, the issue is like, oh, there's like 4 other things that are problems. And the fact that everything basically relies on you resolving cards in the grave is kind of an issue in and of itself, right? With regards to the card design of that deck. If a deck entirely loses to that, there's probably other issues with the deck, right? Because again, even the deck that theoretically should have lost, like always to Dweller, didn't in Tearlament. Like, Tearlament still could play around Dweller pretty effectively.
Has a lot of cards to play with, though. Maybe that is enough to help at least make a small dent to take this into the next game. Unfortunately, unlike game 1, he can't really wrap it up there and move into game 2. He kind of needs to try with all he can to fight through this field. So here comes the Raziel Sword. Do you work into a duo? I suppose a duo just gets answered straight away.
Game that goes for 4 turns, Dweller is fine. Games that go for 2, it might as well be a Silver Bullet. A la Rivalry or Gozen. No. That's just... Okay, Rivalry and Gozen tell the future and prevent you from doing a thing. Like, entirely. Dweller, your cards are still in the graveyard, they're still there and activatable at, you know, after the turn or what have you, right? And Dweller is a monster, which is way easier to deal with than spells and traps. Especially continuous spells and traps. There's a lot more ways that you can interact with a Dweller than you can interact with something like a Rivalry or a Gozen. Yes, there's a ton of back row removal and what have you available in the game, but there's even more ways to stop a monster effect than any sort of spell and trap card effect.
Does mean that Cyber Dragon Infinity,
right.
If you choose to, can absorb it as a material, and then that means that there won't be a Raziel Sword floating around. It gives Infinity another material as well as having a bit more of an attack stat increase, and then you'll still be able to hopefully hold back your runic spell so you don't need to lose your battle phase until next turn, sitting on a F81 Dragstar plus a Cyber Dragon Infinity, and maybe whatever other monster you might be able to...
Dweller is such a silly ban. I think I genuinely cannot see a reasonable explanation to banning Dweller. Because it's not the problem. It's never been the problem. It will never be the problem. What is the problem currently with Ryzeal? It's consistency and detonator. If you're gonna hit something, it's gonna be one of those. Right. You could also technically hit cross. I think cross is a bit powerful as well. So like those three, but like Dweller's not the issue. By that logic, like Tornado Dragon is an issue. Or like Baguska is an issue. Which Baguska is an issue. Kind of. I love him and I realize why Dweller sucks. Also, Dweller is an extra end board piece. I'm going first, making going first with Ryzeal more of a problem. Yeah. So, is that an issue with Ryzeal? Or is that an issue with Dweller? Dweller reads no graveyard, Ryzeal reads no field. We combine them, win the game exclusively from the hand or lose. What the hell are you talking about? Ryzeal reads no field? That's just not true. Dweller reads no grave, yes. For a turn. For 2. Right. Detonator does interact favorably with a bunch of cards, but you can still interact way more. Like, because of the way that Ryzeal works, Detonator popping cards can be highly detrimental, or it can do nothing. Like, cool, nice Ryzeal card. It'd be a shame if I were to be playing Unchained, and all of those pops just generated me more advantage. Smile. You know, or I was playing Memento and you popping a card didn't really do anything. You know? Yes, Dweller is frustrating, but it's something. This is where I don't. Yeah, is that an issue? Like, hey, you went first. You played through the hand traps of your opponent, or maybe potentially none. And you got to make your ideal board. Great. Should you not win that game? Should it not be difficult for your opponents to win that game? Like, do you not want... They should have to be able to break the board, right? Dweller's part of an end board, but it's not like the defining piece. Oh, cool. Millennium. Hooray! Oh, Millennium versus Malice. Maybe we skip this one.
So, luckily they're checking on it now before
what answers in Abyss Dweller with Detonator?
On the field has been very, very effective. It means they've got to be careful about attacking that Druid Swarm and sending it to the graveyard. That would then be
and what can the ban list address that opens up the game to more deck or more back and forth play?
Pass here by being able to set one of the trap cards, but
okay. In draw phase, what answers in Abyss Dweller with a Detonator? Imperm. Imperm, Droplet,
yeah, after activating them, more monsters that can be added to the
Gamma,
field. You are correct. If any of those is a way to make sure that Druid Swarm it could be a
any other like quick effect monster negate, which there's quite a few, like Orange Light and what have you. Right.
Yeah, I feel there's a kind of interesting choices along that spell and trap zone. It does look like we're just
you also have
the trap card, Exotic Rage,
the ability to just play through, right? Again, the problem is that you're thinking like, oh, Dweller kills X deck, right? Dweller just entirely shuts off this deck. The thing is, if a deck entirely relies on being able to activate and resolve cards in the graveyard, there's probably already outstanding issues with said deck.
Is there a Druid Swarm in the main deck? There is a Druid Swarm in the main deck.
Does Droplet and Gamma as Detonator can destroy the Dweller? Oh, you're right. I forgot. But even then, is that a problem with Dweller? Or is that a problem with Detonator? Is that a problem with Ryzeal being able to consistently do both of those? Is that a problem with the consistency of Ryzeal? Right, like that's what I said. Oh my gosh, you guys are so fucking stupid.
some life points, but I mean, you gotta feel bad.
Metal Trunnis, Droplet, yeah.
An Outbreak,
Awesome, yeah.
almost pretty
You're
consecutive
right.
in a row.
You
And,
don't get to
at the same
activate
time,
your
this,
grave effects.
kind of
Awesome.
the information, 'cause you have no
But
clue kinda what you're up against,
That's
right?
the
Correct, yeah.
point.
All they saw was,
You-
impulse.
You allow them to
uh,
get
Ross.
to their full field.
Maybe you can
You now have to
get
do
it,
something
but it
else
could still be a
Yeah,
variety.
besides just
I guess now
sit
we
and
think
play
about it,
into their full, well-established
hopefully we'll
field
see
that
how
can
Alex
counter
don't
you
wanna jinx it,
because
but,
they win
that would be
first
the case. We know that
and
Max is
know
gonna
what
be
deck
the
you're
best
playing.
first, and, especially
It's not like they're making
if,
Dweller
they're
as
there,
just an
you know,
inherent
I
thing.
assume take out these Fugalos, and
That's
with
part of,
the
like,
additional,
the-
you know,
it's fine.
anti-war,
It's
there's a
fine.
lot of
It's fine.
different, top cards in the side deck, really focusing on that triple tactics thrust.
Yeah, I think the triple tactics plus is going to be a big component on this one because being able to get something like the Dominus Impulse gives you a second route or a second way to stop that Millennium Monk resolving. Will then allow them to kind of dictate the type of changes you want to make. You've got to be very, very careful in regards to cards like Dimensional Shifter. In most matchups, it would merely be a automatic turn skip. But in regards to the Exodia, they can kind of play it themselves if they wanted to.
Is that a
That's
60
really
card
kind of
deck? No, I
the
think it's
difference
just
between
double
knowing a deck and
sleeve.
not knowing a deck. Because like you said, it has the ability to go first or go second. And when you always have that threat of a one card leading to an incredibly powerful attack stat monster, you do kind of need to navigate around that as well as not being allowed the field to present itself in too much.
Why does this extra deck look so large?
Absolutely, but yeah, you can see Alex is smiling. He just hopes that he's gonna draw a playable. No, that doesn't mean anything because we are playing Malice at least. No way. Oh wow.
Shouldn't we be making the game more
I
fun
said
for
that
both
doesn't mean
players?
anything 'cause you tend to set or block
Yeah,
with your,
what does
you know,
Dweller
Malice
being
combo.
banned do
Unfortunately,
with
again,
that?
it's a brick from
What
Alex.
does that accomplish?
Yeah, and it looks like Tom has opened up the Sengan Gym, which is one of the most ideal Millennium Monsters you want to be seeing. Probably next to Heart of the Blue Eyes because that one will let you
Does
get
that-
Millennium Monk
does that
without
change
any
anything?
points. And that's exactly what he's got there. So this is going to be
Ah, cool.
very, very interesting.
We have met the Nash Blossom, but I see a premium response in the form of the talent. In the end, let's see if Tom wants to go for it.
Yes. Very, very interesting. Now, at this point, do you want to be looking at the hand and you feel you can control it for this one? Oh, no, 100%. Wow.
I thought he would
Yikes,
go for
what a
plan
hand.
instead. Not even chaining this
Why are we
Lancia.
playing Lancia?
That makes sense. We are down to just such a bad opener.
Cross out target?
Yeah,
Probably.
Not ideal at all.
I guess we could be expecting what? Onion pools maybe set? Or, you know, something like
Yeah.
think you
quite
put back
possibly.
triple
Impulse
tag,
with
right?
opponents. Here,
Or not,
Ashboss was
okay.
quite an interesting choice there.
Compared to Exodus? No.
No, left-handed.
Okay, yeah, for a moment I was like, okay.
Ashboss with the
Because
extra
there's
deck.
also the stack for the Exodus
Yeah, of
looks quite
course.
big. And I was like, okay, interesting.
So we're going to be working our way
Oh,
through
wow.
the Sengan Jin.
Yeah.
This will unfortunately be costing Tom at 2,000 life points, but I feel that's a very, very minimal price to pay in order to work their way into the Millennium Monk. Being able to activate the Millennium Monk will set up the ability of the Exotic of Rage, if it all resolves, of course, and the ability of a non-target destruction. Damage-wise, you'd be looking at 8,750. So we know there isn't a Druid's Run coming down to protect Alex this time. It's all going to come down to if that back row is a Dominus Impulse, which if it is, could be massive.
Lava Golem. Sorry, I saw the Lava Golem in the
Hopefully
deck here. Wait, hold on.
Be game-changing.
Did I? What is this?
Hopefully.
What card is that?
Impulse, which if it is, could be massively game-changing.
Is that Statue of Anguish pattern? No, it's something else.
Hopefully at least.
Is it Imperm? It might be Imperm.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's going to be the add of the Millennium Shield. We're going to be going for the Golem, which still provides a very decent amount of field presence. The benefit of this one is, again, you're going to be paying 2,000 life points, but you will be able to get hold of the Wedgie Temple. In turn, being able to put any of your monsters in your hand into the Spell and Trap Zone, and again, then get another Millennium Monster from the deck to the Spell and Trap Zone, which if it is another
Does Exodia just win this?
in for game.
Oh, leg.
So we've been able to work our way into the Millennium Monk. Here comes the normal summon of the Ghost Ogre. Are we going to be seeing... Well, that is the benefit of paying that additional 2,000 life points, is it means the disparity. Ooh,
Oh, okay. Not quite.
Not as
What the hell is that? What card is this?
able to... Is that MTP?
Oh, it's the
Add a Malice monster.
Malice Trap.
Unfortunately, I feel it might be a turn too slow. I don't know if Alex sees the possible synchro summon that could be coming his way right now.
Yeah.
But with such low life points, it could very
Punished.
easily...
No pun intended.
Yeah, Tom is eyeing that
Are
card
we
right
dead?
now. I think that's exactly what we're going to be seeing here.
It's been a while.
Oh.
A while. Oh, here comes.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Punisher.
We could just make Pet.
Set one.
I didn't even think about that.
Even with the Millennium Shield being 0 attack, being able to go into Psychic and Punisher will definitely get that life point swing with Tom being...
Did we set in main phase 1?
So
Are we...
maybe a Nibiru
Did
could
we go
save Alex
battle?
here.
But we know the end, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're going combat.
Very, very true.
And thrust, and
Yeah.
that is it.
Yikes.
What a quick match this one is. Gotta be back
Yikes.
for Alex, but congratulations to Paul.
Millennium going first and then the opponent breaking. 10 out of 10. Love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, Exodia definitely showed the aggression that it has available to it. It's so good in being able to work from one piece to the other. And spell cards in order to set themselves up with an incredibly powerful...
Pearly!
Lean War, which
Pearly versus Fire King? What year is this?
And here we hit, which is a big hit from that purely.
No, it's 2020.
While
It's
also revealing
2025.
the route that we were talking about.
yeah, if anything kind of signifies you're not worried about Duel as much, it's playing 3 Dark Worlds, 3 Dark World monsters in your deck list to be able to pretty much say come at me with the Drone Lockbirds. So we've obviously had the check on Drone Lockbird, nothing's been sent via the hand to the graveyard for that one from Raphael. So it does look like this is going to be a very, very powerful field to be presented here, building all the way up through the Pearlies themselves. We could definitely be seeing it.
What'd we get?
Another very interesting point in this one is previously the way that the Pearlies...
Was it delicious? Did we reveal delicious?
So we've obviously had the very, very
We did.
powerful field to be
Was it sleepy delicious delicious?
for that one from Raphael. So it does look like this is going to be a
Oh,
very, very
pretty delicious delicious.
building all the way up through the Pearlies themselves. We could definitely be seeing it in the wall.
It's not like the concept of floodgate is insider, but the power of what a floodgate is allowed to be in a game like Yu-Gi-Oh is insane. 1 or 2 cards, just read, win the game. That should be looked at. Yeah. So why is Dweller even considered though?
That seems to be a fairly strong strategy. So that if the field is broken,
It's something that you absolutely can respond to oftentimes. There's like a ton of different cards to deal with it that are staples. On top of that, it stops one thing, which is the grave. And all it does is stop it from activating that turn. It doesn't prevent you from summoning cards, it doesn't prevent you from sending cards to the graveyard, it doesn't, it's all it's doing is stopping the activation of cards, as opposed to something like Rivalry or Gozen, which entirely prevents you from summoning the cards, or from basically utilizing the cards at all. That would conflict with it, and like can tell the future. Dweller doesn't do that. It's also something that while it does linger, only sticks on the, like, is interactable as a card on the field, but isn't eternal. It can be removed.
Really good way to start things off here from Raphael as well with the pot of Extravaganza. Another one of
When I'm in a duel, my timer is skipping down. Is anyone else having this issue? Ban all lingering floodgates?
Yeah, some of the cards that come out in standard look absolutely amazing with those alternate arts. I mentioned
Alright, ban Droll, ban Lancia, ban Shifter. Ban Foolos and Perulia and all of that stuff. Just get them out. Those are floodgates. Are they not? Maybe Perulia and Foolos. No, not the Tremies. Technically, they're not floodgates.
Yeah, so you've been able to use Fighting Island, destroy that Grunix in hand, which is something you might not always want to do. Sometimes it looks like he's opened up a second Grunix in order to get that to the field, which is quite important. We all know that there is a Kirin in the hand as well. It looks like there's another Impulse that can be quite effective, and an Infinite Impermanence. And that looks like a second fire.
Dweller only comes out when there's a graveyard to flood? Yeah.
I'm not sure if Inca was even playing True Hobbies.
Maxi, let's go. True.
Regardless.
But
it's definitely a bit surprising that he has had to,
the problem that I have is if you ban Dweller, right, you're making it so that if the opponent goes first on Ryzeal, or just on any deck, right, you're taking away one of their options for a way to, like, kind of clean a game. And in a game like Yu-Gi-Oh, where there's so many insanely powerful cards, both for going first and going second, it feels silly to ban something that's so easily, even within the confines of Yu-Gi-Oh, so easily beatable. Like, if we were to deal with something, Dweller is not, like, it's never been the issue, and it still isn't an issue. What's the influence of Floodgate compared to something like Diefire or Necro Valley? But it's more accessible in any deck that just makes a rank 4. Yeah, and? No one talks about Soul Drain. Yeah. The only reason it's a problem, the only reason people don't like it, is because Ryzeal is making it. But the thing is, Dweller's not the issue. And there's not a lot of decks that actually lose to Dweller. Ryzeal doesn't lose to it. Malice doesn't lose to it.
Much that you can do. You cannot target the Noir.
Blue Eyes doesn't lose to it. They still have plays, right? There are decks that do lose to it, but oftentimes those are rogue, and they have other outstanding issues as well. It's not just like, hey, Dweller just entirely keeps this in check. Like, there are decks like that, but they also probably have other issues, right? Like Zombie. Sure, Zombie's like not terrible, but it also does lose to Dweller and also loses to a bunch of other things. So like, if you were to hit something, why would it be Dweller? Why would it not be the actual Ryzeal cards that are clearly the issue? Is it because Dweller is old? Well then, still, why would you hit it as opposed to maybe just waiting? Okay, better. Oh yeah, sorry, Dark Link. I haven't had any issues with that. We whiffed! The cat missed! Bad cat. Bad cat. Does Fire King have a clean out to Noir? To like just a big ass Noir? And that being said, I will say, I do think Floodgates, like Dweller, are good for the game. Not everyone likes to do the big ass Wombo combo, send a bajillion cards to the graveyard. Some people want to make Dweller and slow their opponent down, or even potentially stop them from using their grave, right? And Dweller is so inoffensive in comparison to other, also totally A-OK cards, like Necro Valley or Dimensional Fissure, that it's like, why are we even discussing it? Like a Detonator ban would make more sense.
I mean, the sheer advantage was just too much from Robin and this Noir, which was really the key to the victory. And
the answer to my earlier question was no. Fire King does not have an out to a big ass Noir.
Not really heavy on those end chops, and here we just,
there are two Joshuas here, and neither one of them are Joshua Schmidt. And I was like, what?
As we have already mentioned that to make it.
It's very funny.
Down the strategy from Robin, who on the other end has at least. Yeah, this is enough. Yeah, absolutely. So quick and fast returns the favor. And
the usual answer is just be a nuisance to bait the Noir spin, unless they're on something unhinged like Goddess. Yeah. But I doubt that. Doubt that.
I mean, the Fire King deck, we have seen it from Dinka in Birmingham. It doesn't set up incredibly well.
Banning Detonator kills the point of playing Ryzeal, no?
You get a lot of damage,
no.
Classes, and the more it feels like you drag.
I think if you still have rank 4 options, no.
100% agree on that one. One very interesting thing, as you mentioned previously, is the dimension.
The problem is, there aren't. That's the issue. Like, if you ban Detonator, there's not really any other rank 4 options. Right. Or at least they're not very good right now. But you still have the ability to put a bunch of guys onto the field. I still think you would see Ryzeal being played, but it would be played as like a supplementary engine to something else, like Mitsurugi or Fiendsmith or something of that nature. Joshua Cook is currently in the top 16. That's what I saw. That being said, I don't want Detonator banned. I think Detonator is a great card, but what I'm saying is like, if we're talking about banning Dweller, shouldn't it be banning Detonator? Like, wouldn't that, like, that's clearly the issue. Because every game, they're summoning Detonator. And only sometimes, against specific decks, are they summoning Dweller. That's where I'm like, I don't know. And if we're not talking about banning Detonator, then why are we talking about banning Dweller? Because it's a floodgate, and we think that floodgates, as a community, are just horrible?
Okay, we're going to be looking to go for the good old-fashioned Metal Fusion.
Sure.
Send it to the graveyard, put it back into the deck, reshuffle, and draw one card. Is it going to be the Dimension Fissure?
Essentially, offense here, Upstart Goblin, but it does the trick. Now it's time to follow it up, but no, we do start things off by using the Lily, and just, just the purely...
EB!
Memory, get the smaller Noir.
Do we have a thing here? We have a thing to chain?
We do.
Yeah, Kieran, prevent. Nice, nice. Pitching black goat.
Black goat lap, which can now
We can go
discard,
volcanics.
just set up in the graveyard as an additional interruption later on. Oh, but we did have.
So this is very interesting because I believe being able to utilize that
Hmm? What did we just activate?
We did have.
Oh, we have the Garunix in hand.
being able to
Dweller is worse in best of one because blind making it is useless versus some matchups.
in the
Yep.
deck, which in turn will allow us to revive or allow Raphael
Yep.
to revive the volcanics.
That being said, like
where one of the Pearlies is currently on
in best of threes, I can understand. No, I can't.
more of an aggressive opening from Raphael. It's not
I
very, very interesting.
I think more people are upset about it in best of threes, but
What the target is for Black Goat last. He's going to be calling the volcanics. That might be the best way of doing it. This one's going to be getting
Both he probably went for Garunix, right? Came up with the back.
whose turn is it?
the effects of monsters on the
No, I'm
field
just
that
kidding.
will make.
Dude, I love Fire King.
I think that makes sense. So the Vulcanics gets to the
Even though I want Pearly to win because it like never wins, I do love Fire King. Fire King's sick.
Incredibly well due to drawing that one off Black Goat lap. And now we are free to continue.
Do we have another quick play? Triple tech.
Ooh, and this talent is huge.
Yes, but it's more for the draw instead.
Draw two makes sense. I mean, there's only 2 cards left in hand. What could they possibly be that we would be? worried about? We saw Field Spell and my friendo. My friendo.
Yeah, being able to use these spells in tandem will be able to grab a decent amount of advantage for Robin on this one. Then you've got to take into account the risk and reward, so the risk of drawing.
I keep forgetting that Delicious is at 2.
And could come back to be quite down again. Depends on where they're going to be trying to lead into with this one.
Come on, Delicious. Yeah, Delicious. Ah, he has nothing to change. Let's go up. Chain, set, trap.
Yeah, do not let the field state confuse you on this one. It's definitely still only turn 1. Being
Yeah.
Robin's turn.
What are you targeting?
3 monsters currently sitting on Raphael.
Yeah, target the Noir.
So, no battle phase will be conducted this turn for sure.
Or protect
So, we'll
Noir.
Try and find an alternative route to be able to remove all 3
Attach.
from Raphael's field. And
Do
keep
we-
in mind that,
do we not
it will
attach?
Provide a form of threat when being destroyed, and then of course you'll have the Garunix that will be able to revive itself later on as well.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see this.
Nobody's citing Herald to put Noir anymore?
As if he did not miss. So
To out Noir
now
anymore?
we're gonna use this impulse. We have waited patiently.
Yeah.
It's probably being activated on the Pure Lily. Effect special.
Impulse? Wait, when the fuck did we impulse?
It's probably being activated on the Pure Lily.
Oh,
Special.
on the Perlily. Interesting.
Yeah, he's really gonna
We
swing
can't
it
just
out,
pass here.
because
We just
he's
absolutely
still
get
trying to work around
cooked
the
if we
deck
pass here.
It is your ideal outcome for this. It depends on what else you have here.
We have a happy! Oh, it's so unbelievably over.
Finally.
Do we have a discard?
Card. Yep.
No.
Yeah, so Eve is going
Do we not have a rank 1 we can make here?
The X-Pro during your opponent's turn. We know that Raphael still only has exactly
Do we want to make a rank 1?
unknown cards.
Wait, we had a discard? Oh my gosh.
So there's still a lot to kind of
Holy shit.
do with Robin's favor.
I didn't think we had a discard.
Ooh, not quite.
I thought we were out of cards. We
Yeah,
whiffed! The cat whiffed! Tragic.
Unfortunately, is it a princess drop time? Or are we not?
Princess Sprite?
very interesting.
Yeah. Detach.
Big.
No!
Quite,
The brow!
the dimension feature.
The make SP, right?
Yeah.
Make SP, banish, what's his bucket?
The cards that could have been excavated off the top of that princess.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've gone through 2 Pearlies,
Banish
2
the big
Pearlies.
Garunix.
So there's only 4 monsters left in the entire deck, sadly.
Yeah, not quite gonna be it, but I think yeah, we're gonna. Have
You gotta banish the big Garunix.
banish the big SP.
OG Garunix, like, doesn't do anything here. I guess you could negate or banish the Kirin. Which would, like, prevent them from being able to, like, crash and do a thing, but no, I still think it's just that.
Fire
Yeah.
Avatar Garunix, so the original Garunix.
Alright,
is-
end phase,
needs
attach.
to be in the standby phase after this card is destroyed by card effect and sent to the
Yeah,
graveyard.
yeah,
So that's not going to be
Delicious.
No fight, and now we get to draw.
And we get a draw card off of the EP, and we're also going to chain to draw an additional card with the Noir.
Another card. Well, executed by Robin, but unfortunately, yeah, we will have to decide what he doesn't have enough motivation.
Did we not do that? Am I going crazy?
That's the only issue. It's exactly
What's happening?
5,
Yeah, exactly 5 minutes. So we're just checking the graveyard to see if there's anything more that could possibly.
Did we draw? I didn't see us draw.
Fortunately, you can draw another. Yeah, the drop card is still in the standby phase, and it will be considered obviously as a different axis, and then. You can
No, we did draw. Okay, I panicked there. It was so fast, I just didn't catch it. I was like, We should have 2 cards in hand, right?
He doesn't have enough materials to use the effect and still be protected. That's the only
Yeah, Fire King. How do you even have an out to Noir? Is the question.
So we're just checking the graveyard to see if there's anything more that could possibly attach more. But just being able to have it.
Noir shuffles back, right?
Feel our both defensive strong means that yes, we need to threats.
When Dweller is metal, a lot of decks in the peripheral catch a stray from it psychologically. Like if proper hand trap ratios are to be considered, remember to a player may not even get to Dweller. Only a small percentage of the time are those decks getting smoked by just the Dweller. Well, yeah, that's the point. It's like, hey, you were able to make... Basically, Ryzeal is like, if you end on Dweller, you're able to make your ideal board. How often should you be able to lose if you go uninterrupted and make your ideal board? Unless your opponent has a strategy that is specifically designed for that, I would hope it's like pretty high percentages, right? Maybe not like 100%, or even close to like 90, but like 80%? Is that good? 75? So like, hey, if they make Dweller, which isn't likely to happen, they should probably win that game. Right? Like, it would suck if you were able to do your whole combo. This is why Tenpai, like, feels terrible to play against. Right? Because, like, hey, or better yet, like, Sky Striker Turbo. Right? Like, the level 2, or the go second Sky Striker, play a whole bunch of Board Breaker Turbo. Like, that always felt terrible to play against. Same thing with, like, 8-Axis, back when it was, like, go second and just, like, break a board. It always feels terrible to play against, because you're like, oh, I did, like, my ideal combo. I did my ideal plays. And I got absolutely cooked. So it just, like, didn't matter. Like, that sucks. No one likes that. Right? It's one thing when you have a back and forth, and your opponent, like, beats you with Engine. But when it's just like, here's a whole bunch of, like, board breakers. It's like, that sucks. So, yeah, if you make your ideal board, maybe you don't have to always win that game, but you should be in a pretty ideal position, right? SP?
That doesn't quite work, right? Because of the display again?
Correct.
Banish the My Friendo. I'm surprised we didn't just sit on the Noir. Like, would we not have just sat on the Noir? Maybe not.
We need to find another way. And Princess.
A lot of good Pearly players will, like, use the Pearly Noir effect and, like, shuffle away cards and, like, get them out of there. And sometimes I feel like it's just not worth it. Sometimes it's like, I think if you just sat there, do they have an out? Just be like, alright, bud, have the out. Because a lot of times they just don't. Because we had Delicious attached to it, right? Mr. Azul, the extra bodies to go to Dweller. You were losing the games anyway. Exactly. Someone lost an Amino, Detonator, Dweller, Field Spell. I'm hanging up the gloves. Yeah. And that's the point. Is like Dweller. I feel like if Dweller becomes the card you make, then it'd be an issue. Right? But a lot of times, that's not what's happening. It's like Dweller is the last card in the end board. It's the additional thing you get to make at the end of the turn, at the end of the game, basically, as like the last little vestige of playability or of interaction or lack thereof.
Yeah, we're back in action as our own SP is back, and I guess that's something possibly we can.
But that being said, if your deck is losing to Dweller, you have ways of preparing for that. There's a bunch of ways that you can prevent the Dweller from resolving. My friend, though! I don't know why I'm rooting for Pearly as much as I am, but my friend, though. Anyway.
Gonna be quite close.
But,
There is 9 minutes remaining, which is
yeah.
right, but also not too long.
Happy. Oh, we don't have 3 happy. Uh-oh. Don't hit delicious.
Yeah, so Robin was on 85, now down to 8,000. Raphael currently sits on
Pearly is
8,000.
certainly a blast from the past, yeah.
Robin is technically down on
It's always nice to also watch, like,
there should be
Pearly actually play the game. Pearly's so sick.
just be a little bit careful of that field. You want to make sure it doesn't get destroyed by the graveyard. As long as you can navigate around
That's
that.
time in the round.
Might have to as well. And should be able to- and then-
Ryzeal wanting to do Ryzeal stuff first is what keeps me neutral on Dweller. If it was Dweller Turbo, my turn... Yeah.
Oh,
Again?
two fissures again. Was that,
Yikes.
that was exactly the same. Two D fissures and a brow.
No way.
Was that the exact same reveals as well?
Two fissures again.
Bad
That was
cat.
good.
Bad cat.
Two fissures and a brow.
No way. It was exactly the same, yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. 2 to 1 brow.
But that's the thing, like, there's a bunch of decks that are like that, where it's like,
The P Princess. So, yeah, the chances of that are
what's a good example?
very, very low, sorry. Moving to the Pearly Pond. I'm pretty sure there's
Like, Pendulum with their Necro Valley Turbo.
Which, yeah, can only target this SP.
It's like, how much does that really matter? Yeah, you can have Necro Valley, right?
Yeah.
Because that's not what they're really doing,
Yeah.
right? Or
Maybe. Yeah, you're gonna realize.
any deck that plays, like, Dimensional Fissure,
At least once to prevent.
I'm like, yeah,
possible.
clearly that's not
So,
the
because now we are
main
gonna put so
game
many
plan.
materials, and we can also get rid of this Book of Moon to steal the Kirin. And
And then we make... Ooh!
use a talent. as
Last
well.
card! Talents, draw 2! That's crazy.
Wow. This really as being a backhand.
Could we have had lethal? No, probably not, right? I was like wondering if we had lethal, but 10,000 life points really makes this difficult. Foolish Burial, good. Send a thing, draw a thing, do a thing, draw an additional card. Are we activated the Plumps effect? I think we have, right? Yeah. So we have 2 delicious? Oh my gosh, this guy's huge. Sorry, that is a big fat plump. Big fatty plump. And then we make a gigantic material, like a too many material Zeus.
And yeah, this was
It is 5, 6 materials now? Did I count that right?
really, really well
Yeah,
piloted
6,
by Robin.
7, 7, 7. I counted wrong.
Amount of materials. Yeah, now we're gonna get back the SP and the Ita.
And then SP comes
One
back.
Final draw, possibly for Raphael. Really, really needs a miracle.
This is wild to see in like full Ryzeal Malice format. Just randomly there's Pearly versus Fire King.
Yeah, although this one really looked as if it could go either way. Yeah.
There comes the
The fattest red chancho. Ah!
Okay. This is the case of Booker. And the match is close. It will be Robin with this yearly deck advancing with a 5-1 score.
I mean, does
Round.
Tyvon do anything there?
But what a match it has been.
Yeah, very, very good. It's quite a nice change of pace from previous duels we've seen so far on stream.
I don't think so.
Because
'Cause, like, you make- you walk over the SP, and then like you're just kind of stuck. Like even if that wasn't Book of Moon, you just flip the guy to attack, and then you attack over. and then they don't do anything. I guess it gives you a turn, but like you're already down on life points. Stalling out the game, yeah, the game is just over.
Round after round, and this was a really good demonstration. Both, I think, are really familiar with the deck. They tried their best.
Yeah, that Typhon was like that was the most like surrender button Typhon I've ever seen. It's like, hey, what if I just surrendered? All right, what if we just watch the finals? What's in the finals? Mitsurugi, Ryzeal versus Brandon. Maybe we don't watch the finals. And of course it's 1-1. Dweller. Hey, look, it's Dweller against Branded. Alright. Are we activating this in response to Dweller? Does that do anything? Fucking no. Speaking of Dweller, in Ryzeal. Wow, crazy. It's okay, it's against Branded, who cares? Doesn't it just detach material? Am I crazy? What is this card? that not XZ Encore?
With another
Oh, there's a second one.
second XYZ Encore to attempt to deal with that detonator. Wow.
Of course the branded player saw both of them.
Apart from being over, it's not an artwork return, I believe. Let me check. I mean, it's not common that it would happen.
Correct. So
It's not. Yeah.
Of course the branded player is just randomly gonna fucking win.
among those B tactics, we'll use special as many as possible to allow him to bring back the node and of course the X, but we're not going to be able to work our way into the
And then more people are gonna play branded.
shuts off across
And now I have to prepare for branded again. Ugh.
sizable wall of
Blech.
but nowhere near the level of what the detonator and the Abyss could have been.
Obviously, the goal in this case is you pretty much take away the cost, you take away the exercise, and you hope that they're not going to have other responses. And this is actually good.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
The interruption from Noe that we know is not really interruption, so we're going to be able to at least make a play, but he's only on two.
Using into Albion, because bro's a light!
This could be where it becomes very, very important.
Do we have called by?
Potentially protect each other and these combos. It looks like we're going to use that as a disruption, possibly for Jarvan's phase.
His cards were upside down there for a second. That was kind of funny. Yeah, we do. That's actually not bad. It's not exceptional, but it's not bad. Do we have... No shot we have branded in red. I refuse to believe motherfucker has branded in red in hand right now. There's no shot. No way you drew double XZ, Encore, Albaz, and branded in red.
It is a branded in red.
Son of a bitch. Are you fucking with me? I hate this game. I hate this game! What do you mean?
Resolve branded in red as much as he possibly can, and he's hoping to still probably save the effect of Albion as well. See where it can go from here.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit convenient, but no. He's not going to go over, and he's just going to resolve the Albion instead. Going for that.
Okay, now you got a fusion summon.
Yeah, very, very good.
Do you have the ability to fusion summon a monster utilizing the two cards currently on field? Or in grave? Because I have a feeling you fucking do. I have a feeling you do. In which case, brother, fusion summon. They might not. They actually genuinely might not. If they're not playing like Dragus Depelia, then maybe not. But that would have to resolve. Where did the cats go? They won.
At the same time,
And then they probably lost their next match, but
fair if it's the only
they won the match that we were watching.
left.
Yeah, well, we know he's on two branding red, so being able to send the Albion can be quite interesting here to get a second branding red if he chooses to. There is a Despia in the graveyard that will allow him to conduct the fusion summon. So
Do you think... Hold on.
work with the Guardian Chimera.
What does Albion specifically say? The branded dragon? I'll whip him on. Fusion summon a level 8 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck using Albion, except for itself, by banishing fusion materials mentioned on it from hand, field, and or grave. During the end phase, if this card is in the grave because it was sent there this turn, you can add to your hand or send... Yeah. And Mirror Jade doesn't say anything, right? Mirror Jade's not, like, exclusive. Or, like, it like, can't be used as fusion material, right? It can be. It's that you can only control one. If his extra deck... From hand, field, or grave. If his extra deck contains almost fucking anything. Almost anything. That Mirror Jade probably isn't there. We'll see if it matters. But
Yeah, 100%. Can't let this happen.
ashing the Albion, I like that. I like that. Probably on Lad Lord, which requires dragons. Well, I'm wondering, because there's a ton of other cards that would also be in there as well, potentially, right? That being said, don't know. The biggest one is like Dragus Depelia. If Dragus Depelia is in there, brother. I don't know if it'll matter. Doesn't look like it'll matter, but it could. It could. attaching.
Yeah, I think Darwin
We can now do
was
duo drive, and we've already used the mirror jade effect.
wasn't fully expecting. As I spoke to our previous players,
Hopefully it doesn't matter.
previous feature round,
Hopefully the branded player loses in the finals
more times than not, default to believing it being
and doesn't have
and then
the godlike luck
a lot less
that he deserves.
so that's definitely deteriorated
Uh,
for what you may have had. Especially the Outback, the engine.
out comes the Mitsurugi cards. Droplet! Droplet sending away the mirror jade. I mean, it makes sense, but like, damn. Desperate. Would it not have been better just to have it resolve? I mean, it doesn't matter. Bro's dead. Bro's dead. Bro's dead.
There it is. So
Let's go! Brandon didn't win! The most EU finals. I gotta know if I can see the deck list. I would love to know. I cannot see the deck list. Because let me tell you, if I see Quiritis, if I see Dragostapelia, if I see something in that extra deck and the judges didn't catch it, I'm gonna... words will be had. It didn't matter, but it absolutely fucking could have. We're already on no, and 2 rank 4s. Eclipse Twin just solidifies the game up. Seals the game up. They already used both the twins, I believe. I don't think they played 3. What they used... They had 1 twins attached to their detonator, and then they used the second twins, I believe, off of X to bring back the duo drive. I could be wrong. I could... let me go back.
Yeah, here we go. But nowhere near the node, and of course the damage.
Yeah.
We're playing from the great
get it, but no.
the remaining cards in the graveyard. It will allow him to
I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yes. Double XYZ anchor.
work his way.
Here we go. Bonfire for X.
The thing that Corey probably needs to navigate is maybe the field destruction of the Mirror Jade as well.
I think we send the Eclipse Twins here.
Going straight into the X. We're gonna be sending
Yeah, we sent Eclipse Twins.
There comes the duo drive.
3 would be unhinged behavior. Yeah.
Where there is that protection thanks to there being a material on a Raziel X Raziel monster after the
3 in Mitsu Raziel, I should say. 3 in pretty much anything. I feel like it's crazy. Unchained got top 8? What the fuck? Wait, this is like actually Unchained. Wait, what? Hold on. Did I miss an insane feature match? Blue Eyes versus Krishron? No shot. We missed the
Another baboon. Wow.
Atlantean Mermail versus Ubel. No way they just didn't showcase the Unchained, right? Like, there's no way that happened.
Excavated card.
That is what happened.
But it looks
They
like
did not.
it's
They didn't showcase
Now we are gonna use
the Unchained deck
Waiting patiently.
that got top 8.
It's probably being activated on the Pure Lily. Effect.
Am I that what the hell? Konami? You're telling me we instead watched Ubel versus Mermail and Blue Eyes versus whatever the hell else whatever Blue Eyes was playing against. What was Blue Eyes playing against? Krishron. Krishron. Wait, what? Where was this? Am I looking at the wrong tourney? No. What? Oh, these must be the top 4. Yeah. That's so lame. Man, imagine having such a cool deck like Unchained. And wait, no, this is round 8. Wait. I'm so confused.
Make a play, but use all
Oh, this wasn't finals.
cards, huh?
Oh, I'm stupid. No, it was. Wait, what's huh? I'm missing something. Was it just Swiss? No, because they did like a whole top 8. We're missing a Ubel and a, I think we're just like missing a whole set of matches. I'm so confused. Anyway, it's fine. We're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was kind of a weird stream. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, like us very much, so appreciate it. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.